is what I look like IRL. The other Phoenix that you see is my my VTuber.
Looks like we got our first setup going. It's going to be Arms Factory, and the first ban is Merc. So let me just switch over to game. It's just going to be purely focused on the game, and let's get the show. Well, actually, we still got 5 minutes before we get started. So let me type in chat for them. You guys are hunting.
Let's talk about the picks. Arms Factory is a very good map to start on. I think it's a little bit of it's a very balanced map overall, I would say. It's one of the older maps in the game, so it's had a lot of time for it to be adjusted, balanced, and stuff like that. Meaning that the teams here are going to get a feel for each other's kind of gameplay style. We're going to see which hunters they know. I'm not sure how familiar each team is with the other team's picks. So this will just give them an idea of what to expect in the following matches. This also gives them options if they're starting to lose, they get to pick a map that they're more familiar with later on. This is just going to be their, how do you say, their warm-up match, I guess you could say. It's going to be a proper match. You know, whichever team wins will of course be winning a match. They're not going to have like a practice match, but this is just their way to get a feel for the other team. Mercenary is a pretty good ban. You don't really see him banned as much as something like Seer and Priestess, I think, still. I'm not sure after Seer's nerf. I'm not sure really what's going on with that. But Mercenary is a consistent rescuer, and especially in mid-tiers, to like mid-tiers and slightly higher mid-tiers that we have in these matches, you are going to see a lot of Mercenaries, especially in tournaments, just because of how consistent he is at rescuing. If your matches are going downhill, he can turn it around. And you don't want to chase a mercenary, so that's why you want to get rid of him. I'm surprised to see that there aren't any bans for Seer, though, here. That means that the hunter must have something that doesn't really worry about Seer. What do you think about that, Hikaru?
Yeah, like Seer is a pretty strong survivor on this map, but I can see the Priestess not being banned. She's not as great as Arms Factory unless you know those crazy lineups in different locations. But I think Merc is a pretty decent ban. If I know Lupin, he's a Lucino main. So who knows? Like I think Lucino's pretty decent against Seer. Like Seer is pretty strong overall, but you know, at these ranks, anything can happen. So let's get them to all ready up, and then we'll get game one show on the road.
Awesome. Did you say that the hunter is a Lucino main?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Awesome, that's good. As someone who used to be a Lucino main, and that's interesting to see. He's going to be really good after his recent, well, not recent, sort of recent buff where he can kind of cancel rescues, well, deal with rescues pretty well, right? Because he can damage both the rescuer and the person who's just been rescued. So I guess Mercenary is the only person who's consistently able to take those slam hits after they rescue, meaning there's always one person up. Yeah, okay, I understand that. I can understand that ban.
Yeah, Mercenary is overall, I think he's like one of the highest picker ban rates in Koa, right? Aside from like Priestess. But like he's kind of banner pick at this point. So pretty decent choice. All right, looks like everyone's ready. And
there's a lot of risk with banning that character for Lucino because Lucino does have a slow early game. So if there are some characters that kite him really well in the early game, he is going to suffer. And especially if you have some character that has a very strong kiting ability, maybe we could expect, or if they know if the survivor team knows what the hunter's going to play, they could pick some really kind of hardy survivors, something that can tank hits or can transition very easily. Not really sure. We'll have to see. Okay, looks like we're readying up.
Yep, we're getting started. I'll keep this on here so we can hear the sound. Oh, it looks like he's on Naiad right now.
Do you want to maybe hide the...
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know if I can hide it. It should be okay.
It could be okay.
It should be okay. Usually in the veterans tournament, there'll probably be a bigger stream delay so that they can't see who the hunter is if they're looking at stream. But you know, all in all, usually people do the bans and picks as well in chat. But in the beginners division, this is for fun. It's a round robin style tournament. Oh, looks like he's going back to Lucino as well, and it should be okay regardless of what they decide to do.
Yeah, playing Naiad on this map is pretty good. You can kind of section off a lot of different areas, get around the map pretty easily. you can get from one cipher to the other very easily. I understand why playing Lucino first round might be a bad idea, because you don't want to lose that match. And Lucino is a character that can lose really heavily if that early game goes really badly. So playing a character that's more consistent, more higher tier, is like Naiad is definitely a good idea. Okay, we have an interesting spawn. What do you think about this spawn? You're probably more familiar with strong spawn selections.
Yeah, of course. So I would say, based on the positions of where people are picking, Psychologist currently has the best spot right now, and I would thought to give it a little bit over to Prisoner. And you know, it's all about like the psychology of where people are going to go next. And if you put like a weaker survivor in a weaker spot, he's obviously not going to stay there. So you know, we'll see how their strat works out from this point on. Psychologist is being chilling right now in Factory though, so Prisoner does have a really weak spot. You just kind of want to make sure that they don't all group into each other, especially against a Naiad when you're all grouped up on one side of the map like that.
Yeah, I would say that they definitely picked characters that were, they might have been listening to the stream, but characters that can kite pretty well here. We have a little bit of a lag here from the cheerleader. I think she can use her abilities to get away though, as the hunter didn't seem to react in time. Transitioning very far away, doesn't even go to a pallet. That's interesting. She was really risking getting hit there.
Yeah, Cheerleader is one of the newest survivors out right now, and she is really, really strong actually. Like with that movement speed buff, she moves fast, dude. And usually you want to
expecting her to get to the pallet. That was what I was expecting to happen.
Yep.
She just continued going.
And we see Naiad switching onto the Prisoner now. A really good decision, because Prisoner is a lot easier to catch compared to a Cheerleader. He did manage to get his way into the factory, but he chose to move out of the factory and into the open area. Looks like he's just trying to transition as much as possible. And we'll see how this chase goes.
He still has his shock, so he's able to get to a pallet if he needs to, especially since Naiad's in her water form, but she can catch up if he keeps on going. I'm not sure if he's going to make it. No, that's going to be an early hit on the Prisoner, but there are 4 Cypher Machines remaining. They did pop 1 Cypher Machine in the entire transition of going from Cheerleader all the way over to where this Prisoner is. But the Prisoner isn't decoding, so that is a little bit of a plus here. But I'm not really sure if he's going to stay alive much longer. If he gets to that window, he will, though. He's going to get all the way to the pallet, and that's going to be a big pain for the Naiad. She hasn't put this entire place underwater just yet.
That's true. It looks like Naiad has lost Prisoner just a little bit. Oh, we found him again. He went all the way through. Got the blink. Oh, but he misses the blink hit, and the water is building up on Prisoner. However, he does manage to transition out of this flooded area.
Yeah, she hasn't got enough presence yet to be able to give 50% water. She'll only be able to give 30 immediately if he gets caught in an area, but that water is going back down again, so he's probably not going to get hit anytime soon. She also doesn't have the dash ability, so she has to use normal movement speed to get there, but he did get stuck on that barrel. I think he's going to get hit here. Oh, manages
very close
to get around the corner just in time. That was very, very close there. Do you think he's going to be able to get to factory? I think he's going to get all the way to the pallet. That's a very strong pallet. If he drops that, they might be able to extend this kite. Oh no, he's going to go all the way to the window. He knew his timings very well there. Naiad decides to throw the harpoon and move on to another target, but they finish the Cypher Machine before that even happens.
Yeah, there are 2 ciphers now. The progress of the ciphers is actually moving along. So I think he's going to be able to... They might be able to kite this out all the way until 5 ciphers, considering how there's 2 people still doing it. But oh no! Naiad gets the hit and downs the Prisoner.
Okay, since there are no Cypher Machines in this area, the rest of the team can decode pretty safely. They don't need to worry about any kind of harassing unless she teleports over. I believe that she used Blink already, so there's no risk of any teleporting. And I believe that the patients should be nearby to come in for the rescue. They can wait it out. You do need to be careful when rescuing against the Naiad. It can go wrong pretty quickly, but I believe that Patient has the ability to, you know, get over most of the water by using his grapple hook, so he doesn't have to worry about kind of getting too much humidity too quickly. Ooh, that was a chair hit and a clean rescue, yes! Ooh, nice one.
And a pop. There they go. The detention's active on Naiad right now. It looks like she trumped over to probably teleport, I'm guessing, and she's back onto the Prisoner. in ruins near the first gate. Just got to be really careful with this last chase right here. His shock should be up.
And if he continues to just use this window, oh, he might not get it to the pallet here. I'm not sure if he even left the pallet up. He did. He uses the shock to be able to get to that one safe pallet. The other 3 survivors will be able to get out here. Not sure why, but decides to teleport to the closest exit gate, but it wasn't open yet. Does take a hit from the water, but I think he'll be able to transition towards the middle area. The dungeon is not here. I'm not sure if the team called out where it was. That's going to be a down, but prisoners, that's going to be his second chest, so they could come in for a rescue, but they decide to leave. So that's a 3 escape there. Well done on the survivors team. That prisoner did amazing there. What do you think?
Yeah, great job on both teams. There were a little bit of issues with the starting with the cheerleader lagging, but I think all in all it turned out great. There were a few early on decisions that could have made that chase a little bit better, but I think that like both teams performed amicably, and yeah, well, that's 1 point going for 1 point going for IDVtubers and 3 points for AFK. Great job, everyone.
So Banacorn, the prisoner, managed to kite for 179 seconds. That's a really long kite there. And the psychologist sitting there on a cipher machine with 200% decoding. Their team seemed to do very well at kind of coordinating where to decode, when to decode. And the hunter had a bad time. They kind of moved on to different targets, and that leader at the beginning managing to get so much distance away from the Naiad and somehow avoid getting down early game, even with the kind of slow start that she had. Really impressive that they managed to kind of turn that all into a win, because it looked like it was going to snowball pretty quickly at the beginning. Very interesting.
Let me message the other team to make sure that their survivors are ready to go.
Do you want to invite me to your room, Hikaru?
Yep, I'm just getting things set up really quickly. Let me invite you right here. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to invite that person.
The most consistent way of me staying in your matches.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, hold on. I have to be like out of this lobby, right? Okay.
Yes.
Let me just invite you regularly.
I can do that now if you want.
Yep. Give me 1 second.
Let's see what chat thinks about that match. What did you guys think, chat? That was an interesting... The survivors did like really, really well there. We didn't even get to see half of the survivor team because they were busy doing cipher machines.
Yeah, that's true.
Aki asked Hikaru, who is picking maps? Team A?
The hunter is going to be picking the map this time. So the hunter for team AFK is going to be picking. I don't see you on.
B, yeah?
Where'd you go? It says you're in game.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry, it's because I'm still in the lobby.
Oh, the lobby. Yeah.
There you go. Sorry.
Let me just
You should be able to
research.
get in now.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Nice kite from Banacorn. I agree.
Really, really good kite. And I don't know if I was paying attention closely enough, but Cheerleader can actually support those kites from pretty close by, because I saw that at the very start she did walk past him. I don't know if that was the case though.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I don't think she did any kind of cheer stacks. Let me move up there. Yeah. I don't think she gave any cheer stacks to the prisoner, but she might have reset his ability. I'm not sure if that really works with the shock though. It would only reset the
That's right.
map kind of connections. But she was around just in case, I think, but I don't think she did any kind of assisting there, or not too much. The patient was one nearby, just decoding the cipher right next to the shack. There was a bit risky there, but for some reason it worked out. The prisoner was very careful to kind of notice where the knight was trying to close off the shack area, and then transition over towards the kind of to another area where there wasn't any water or anything like that. It was a great idea. Gave him a ton more time, and he managed to get all the way like to the exit gate. That is surprising, because a Naiad is able to move much faster when she's in the water form. He shouldn't have been able to get that far away, but yeah.
That's true.
In the chat says thank you.
It's very tricky to get those timings down for Naiad, because when you throw out the harpoon, you can't attack, and it leaves you vulnerable for if a survivor decides to vault a window or drop a pallet in front of you. There's not a lot you can do about it. So you got to get those timings like really precise and know the exact patterns of where to flood out areas. Because if you don't completely cover an area in water, a lot of the survivors can just walk around it or just go to the next area. So Naiad does easy to learn, hard to master one of those characters. But Lupin did a great job getting that at, the last down in the end. You know, I've never seen him play Nine before, but his Lucino is actually really, really good. So maybe he'll play the next round. Let me see if I can get these invites going out. Here we go.
Yeah, I think the prisoner Banakorn definitely did a great kite. That window, or using the window against the Naiad when she was in water form was definitely what kind of helped with the whole transitioning. The Naiad did come from the wrong angle, I think, when she was trying to put the shack underwater. I think she only managed to put like half of it underwater, and even so, it didn't really matter because the prisoner was in the other half, so it didn't matter too much. Okay, looks like we have the rest of the team slowly being added here. This is team. 1 second. This is the IDVtubers, right?
Yes, sir. It is IDVtuber, and
Do we know anything about their picks or preferences?
I know Girl DM quite likes Explorer. And
Okay.
aside from that, I think Aqua quite likes Embalmer. I don't really know about Lazu. He's very, very new to the game as far as I know. But he's a avid DVD player, so we'll see how that one goes. Two very different games, but I think that like there are certain skills that can transition from one to the other, and we'll see how that goes from this point on. Let me see if
Mind gaming is the same. Mind gaming is the same in both games, and the kind of the general approach to how you play the game is the same with DBD. I agree. Explorer is an interesting pick. He is pretty good in these kind of tiers. I think with the higher you go in the tiers, the more he can kind of get found easier because the hunters have a good, map sense and sense of where they are and where people can hide. But in these kind of tiers, it's a quite good idea. I think there are some stronger picks on the decoding side, but if you want to delay the hunter and you know some great places to hide, then yeah, that can be a real pain for some hunters, just wasting 20 seconds, 30 seconds just trying to find that survivor that they clearly have in tinnitus range but can't find. They definitely need some characters that can support though, because just having an explorer and some mediocre, maybe lower tier survivors, not a plan. We need some consistent rescuers. What was the ban, did you say? Or do we not know what that is?
They have not selected anything yet. But yeah, as with lower ranking, it's not always about, who's like the most overpowered survivor, because it's probably Priestess. But it's usually what you have the most fun with, and I think if you play IDV for fun, you'll enjoy the game a lot more. So the bans and picks will always be reflective of the strongest survivors. Our pick is Church. Oh, Church we go then, and I ban Seer. Got it. We're going to.
We have a Seer ban. Okay.
Okay. We're going on Church. Ready when ready.
Red Church. Okay, Red Church. Once again, like Arms Factory, is a map that is a great one to start with if you're trying to understand what the other team is like. When you get into like some of the bigger maps, maybe like Moonlit, that is where things can be either, can snowball pretty quickly on either sides. But Red Church is very balanced. Everyone knows this map incredibly well. Even if you're a beginner player, this is one of the maps that you probably get put on the most. So yeah, I think this is really good. And Sia is a very good character on this map because it's such a small map. You're able to help your teammates out, transition, maybe even kind of get some more owls if necessary.
That's true. And there is a Merc pick this round, so I mean, Valti is actually pretty experienced in this game. A lot of these players have been around for a while, but I don't think they rank very often. So I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to work out. It's a very pretty Night Watcher skin, by the way. I think usually they do like the hunting. The map is the same on the first round, but I think because it's round robin, we let them pick whichever map they want to do for the hunter first. And then the second round, we'll let the survivors pick the map that they like. Because there's only going to be 4 matches total. You might as well let them experience multiple maps at the same time.
Okay. So we have a double rescuer composition with, well, Embalmer, I wouldn't exactly say he's a rescuer, but he has that ability to rescue survivors, right? So they've got a very interesting team here that's definitely designed to delay, because First Officer has the ability to kite really, really well and rescue consistently against a lot of kind of chip hunters that can maybe cancel rescues. Mercenary, we've talked about this before, but he's just a really consistent rescuer. And then they've decided to go with Composer that is quite a good pick on the Dakota side because he has the ability to kite, right? Some of the other ones like Mind's Eye have a relatively weak kiting ability, but Composer has this ability to use his speed boost along with like a 20% or 20 something percent decoding buff. He's a good pick on this map, especially if the rest of your team, you know, is really difficult to chase. Okay, do you want to begin?
We are going. Yeah, I actually, that's a good idea for me to not be on the selection screen until the game actually starts. So they can't see who the hunter is just yet, but the game has started and I am currently on the screen, so we are good to go. Oh, looks like Nightwatcher found Composer right at the start. He understands where the locations of people are going to be, and he's on Oh no, gets terror shocked right at the start of the game. This is not looking good for IDVtubers. However, this is not uncomebackable from this position. A lot of the survivors are on the other side of the map right now. Let's see how this plays out. There's Tinnitus and Bomber's already here right at the start of the match. But
yeah, one of the things that went wrong there was that the Composer decided to go and hide instead of kind of continue to kite, meaning they got stuck in a very kind of easy area for the Nightwatch to deal with. That is going to put a lot of pressure on the team here, and the fact that Ibama just got hit is risking a lot because he won't be able to come in for the rescue later on. He might have been trying to get like the Composer's face, so he's able to put the Composer into his coffin. I'm not really sure what's going on here. The Composer uses his ability to transition a little bit further, but I think the Nightwatch will be able to catch up. The first officer uses his watch for some reason. I think he was trying to body block, but I think it would have been better if he just did it the normal way. Composer is going to go down any second, and that's going to be a hit on the first officer as well.
That's true. The first officer's pocket watch was used a little bit too early there. It's usually used during the rescue. But the rescue was free because he decided to chase the Embalmer all the way into Graveyard. Cypher progress is not looking good. Oh, but Embalmer did manage to coffin up the Composer, so that was actually not a bad play on their part. If they can get a little bit of distance from this position. It looks like
the Composer does have the plus side of being able to have a little bit faster decoding now that he's used one of his pocket watches. That is one of his passive effects here, but the Composer is gonna go down again. That is 2 tide turners that have been used. It hasn't wasted enough time for the survivors because currently there's only 1 survivor who's decoding. That is a bit of a problem considering they're sitting at 4 Cypher machines remaining and already 1 person eliminated. You also need to remember that Mercenary has a decoding debuff, so he's going to take a lot longer to do that Cypher machine. First officer is sitting at, I think, something like -10 right now. And Ibama does have a normal decoding speed, but he's currently transitioning away. So right now we only have 1 person decoding, and it's really slow decoding.
That's true. Ooh, he got the suck onto the first officer, and it looks like he did manage to get a hit, even though he pocket watched. That's not great. It does buy him a little bit of time with that self-tide on him. And first officer actually can live on the chair for quite a long time, but based on the Cypher progress around the map here, it does not look like they're going to be able to complete a lot of ciphers before the end of the game. Yeah, the survivors are not looking to be in a good position right now. However, they do have a mercenary coming in for the rescue. He gets caught a little bit early from the Nightwatcher, and even though he got hit early, Nightwatcher can zoom across the map very, very fast. So I don't think it'll be an issue for him to catch up at this point. It does look like he'll be able to get the rescue off, and yes, sir. Oh, he still gets a hit off on mercenary though.
There is an issue here, is if the first officer gets down, that will be 2, gets hit at least one time, they will go down, and that'll be 2 survivors down, 1 person up. The Embalmer isn't able to rescue as he is at full health, but those Cypher machines are not going to do themselves here. I think the Mercenary did transition far away, but not far away enough. I think the Nightwatch will be able to see him, maybe not. Either way, Mercenary is going to be on the floor for a very, very long time here. Embalmer is going to probably come in for the rescue, but I think it might be a better idea for him to just continue doing Cypher machines or go and find the dungeon. I'm not sure if the Nightwatch is going to try and play here for the 4K. I'm assuming he will try at least. That's a hit and a rescue, but the Embalmer decided to run into the wall. He's going to get down. Don't tide turner because he used it earlier, and first officer's probably going to get hit here.
Yeah, it looks like he's running into the church. I don't know where the basement is, but I think that first officer's on this last chair right about now. So, oh, he jumped over the pallet. That was a really interesting interaction. Oh, but he vaults back over again. This pallet right here, if you don't know the map well enough, is kind of a dead-end palette. Unless you have a priestess on the map or something, you can't really go past here. But they did finish one more cipher, which opens up the hatch. Now it's kind of up to the survivors to figure out what they want to do with that. Their best bet is probably just to get one out and try to find that hatch and have one escape.
Yeah, but they need to play it very carefully because the hunter is aware that they are allowed to slug to be able to extend these matches out a little bit longer to give them that 4K. Is there any reason for them, Hikaru, to want to go for a 4K, or are they just looking for a win? Because this tournament doesn't count eliminations, right?
It does count eliminations. Actually, it's this is round robin based formatting, which means every team is going to play every other team, and the total amount of points that you have at the end is going to determine the winner. So you guys don't get eliminated based on like how many people you eliminate. Well, you get points based on how many people you eliminate, but it all accumulates up in the end.
That makes sense. Okay, so he does want to go for the 4K here. He's going to slug the embalmer out, and I think that's going to be a down. I think the survivors aren't going to be able to do very much here. Maybe the embalmer can get back up again, but then...
Oh no!
A flare gun!
I heard the gun at the very end there. But, you know, Mercenary might be able to pick himself up and run into the hatch. The specific timing of this strat is usually, like, leave one down. I don't know if he self-picked up or if he got resurrected or healed up in the end. It doesn't... It looks like he knew where Embalmer was, though, but, you know, when you're zooming across the map with your mad dashes, you're going to be able to find someone eventually.
And Mercenary has, I think, a longer time that he spends on the floor, so this is going to give plenty of time for the Night Watch to catch up and see if the Mercenary gets up in time. I don't think he will. Even if he does, he has to transition halfway across the map to be able to get the Survivor. Yep, that's going to be a 4K elimination. Well done on the Night Watch's side. Finding that Composer early game was what really turned this whole match around. If he had found any of the other survivors, they would have been able to kite much longer, but finding that Composer and getting a Terror Shock in the other game was really what sealed the deal there. Yep,
and don't forget that, like, we're doing map selection on, so we know exactly where certain survivors are going to be spawning, especially in the hunter, so you know what direction they're going to come from as well as where they're going to be. It's all about the mind gaming to determine exactly where you think those survivors are going to be moving next. So if you try to, like, hide in certain locations, it's not exactly the best decision because they kind of know you're there already, right? So it's usually better to pick the stronger positions in church, which are the back by that church area or in the ruin section. So it's always good to have a little teachable moment right there.
Hikaru, did you see the message from Shinny about the alerts? I'm not sure if you noticed that.
Oh, are alerts getting in the way? I'll turn those off.
Apparently they are, yeah.
I'm sorry about that, you guys. Let me turn that off.
You're apparently you've got a lot of fans, Hikaru, okay?
I'm sorry.
we
I love you guys.
See gameplay, but we're just seeing your alerts everywhere. We understand. We are your biggest fans.
I'm sorry. I turned them off, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. I'll say my thank yous afterwards. But yeah, great job on both teams. So let me total up the points right now. Oops.
You usually do, at least for the tournaments that I've participated in, you usually give 1 point for every elimination, and if the survivor team, if there is 4 survivors eliminated, it's 5 points instead of 4.
Right.
It's 1, 2, 3, or 5.
So it's 1, 3, and then 5, 0 for the next one. Oh no, it's 1, 3, and then 0, 5. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, that last match would be Hunter gets
5.
Hunter team gets 5 points. Yeah.
Right.
And in the previous one, I can't remember how many were eliminated, but
there was one elimination.
Escapes, so
right.
There was 1 point for them. Yeah. So 1 point for the Hunter.
Okay, now we'll get Lupin back in the hunter's chair. Let me start up the script really quick. Let's hop into spectator. We'll grab these people, and the tournament's actually going along really smoothly. I thought it would take a lot more time to get these going, but you know, I'm glad it's running pretty quick. We probably could have done a third round if we wanted to.
Yeah, I think it can be a long time depending on if teams are, you know, having issues connecting and stuff like that. You can never predict it, right? But yeah, it's going pretty smoothly. Also, you never know if matches will take a million years. Maybe someone plays Photographer or Hermit or Dream Witch and the match is
true.
20 minutes.
Let's see the Photographer gameplay.
Annie Mayday says, "Man, that was insane to watch." Yeah, that match was very impressive. We did see that Night Watch was dominating the entire time. The survivors were really suffering there, but that was mostly just because a lot of people got caught out in the early game, and the Night Watch was able to snowball with his presence very, very quickly there and catch kind of rescuers off guard when they were coming in for the rescue. But they did very well. The Embalmer, as I predicted, was going in to get the face of the prisoner, and that not prisoner, sorry, of the composer, and was able to use his ability to give that composer a little bit more time, because I think if they had just base rescued him, well, that would have been the match would have ended a lot sooner. But you never know. Never know what could have happened.
Yep. The unfortunately in IDV the first 30 to 60 seconds of a match kind of determines how it's going to snowball out of control one way or another. Sometimes it's a little closer, but in a lot of scenarios, how your first chase happens kind of determines the pacing of the rest of the match. So it was just really unfortunate. But there's always the next round, and these points are cumulative. So it's anyone's game so far. If they do well in the next rounds, then they could still very well take this entire tournament.
Yeah. The hallmark of a good team is if they're able to properly communicate if they're starting to lose the match and to decide what they want to get out of that match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being able to see that the match is going downhill really, really quickly and then resetting, planning a different strategies, thinking, okay, well, we've essentially just lost this one survivor. Let's try and get a tie here. I know we've got 3 survivors left, but we've still got 4 survivor machines. This is what we should do. We need to make sure and prioritize that someone gets out. We'll try and that's the kind of thing that you expect to see from kind of more coordinated teams here. And yeah, it's really difficult to do because unless you practice with your team consistently every single day, it's very difficult to know what to do in each kind of situation. And that's why teams that have a lot of experience do play on a whole different level. Yes?
That's true.
They just have this feel for like, this is what we need to do in this kind of chaotic situation.
And I know a lot of these teams have actually been practicing together. And even though they're in the beginners bracket, that's nothing to scoff at. I mean, the minimum rank or that teams have to average out to is Griffin, which I mean I can sort of tell if they're Griffin, but they kind of like blend in together in that like middle section of like Mammoth, Griffin, Alicorn. So I mean they can still be quite a strong team together. I've been kited by some Griffins before. Sheesh, they know what they're doing.
Yep. I would say that tier doesn't matter too much overall, right? You can be a really good player that just doesn't rank a lot. You can be a really bad player that has a very high tier. It can happen. And I think we're getting to see that a lot of these players do have a lot of skill, especially we got to see in the previous match how that prisoner did really, really well against the Naiad. And, it doesn't really, especially when you're playing against players of a similar tier, you do get to see your skill compared to someone of the same amount of time who's played the game for the same amount of time. And yeah, we get to see that which players are the strongest and the weakest, but that is completely fine. We're here to have some fun as well as watching some competitive gameplay. But the teams have been practicing, as Hikaru just said, and it's great to see that their practice is getting put into a real situation here. This gives teams more context as they practice towards future tournaments that I'm sure that Hikaru will do his best to host in the future, I'm assuming.
Hopefully.
And these teams will learn from their mistakes.
Yes, sir. All right, we're going to get started on this next match, and the bans and picks we don't know who the picks are, but we do know that we're going to be on Eversleeping with a ban on Lucino, Mercenary, and Prisoner. So yeah, we got 3 bans out there right now. I'm kind of curious as to see who they're going to pick, but I won't say anything until the match gets underway. That way both teams will have like a fair like who's the hunter kind of guessing situation. And yeah, I think a lot of beginner survivors don't get to experience the area selection aspect of the game because you don't get that till the legendary ranks, right? To like Griffin or afterwards. So this is kind of like a new experience for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mammoth tiers usually don't get it, but I'm assuming that because some of these players were higher tier last season, we did have season reset, so I'm not sure really what the tiers were of these players. So most of them have probably experienced map selection at least a couple of times. They've also seen it in tournaments before. If you've watched any kind of, you've watched KOA or you've watched any of the official Identity 5 tournaments, you'll know and you'll have a feel for how the system works. But this really is a problem and can actually cause characters that you might not see too often in rank modes to become more viable. There are some really strong strategies that if you play, like for example, Little Girl, and you can kind of force the hunter to come towards you, but you've already teleported halfway across the map, right?
Right.
Explorer, knowing which direction the hunter's coming from can also be a big thing, but that also gives the hunter a lot of information. Okay, looks like the match is about to begin.
Yes, sir. And this is the prettiest geisha skin, I gotta say.
The Koa skin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so instantly going after the composer here. I think this was a really smart pick here. They kind of spawned right next to the composer. That is a big problem for the survivors. Composer deciding to transition out in the open. That is a kind of an interesting choice here, especially since Geisha can cover that distance really, really quickly.
Yeah, it's very risky, especially in these long line areas, when she can even teleport past the windows. He makes it back into Graveyard, and it looks like he's going to be able to extend his kite a little while here. As always, if you're playing Geisha, you're going to have those wonky hitboxes that make it a little difficult to swing through pallets right now. But it seems like Composer's doing a decent job at kiting. Oh, but he transitions out at an awkward time. He gets to the next area, however he does take a hit, and it's going to be a really early hit before any of the ciphers are around 50% done.
Yeah, transitioning is a very strong strategy against some hunters, but it doesn't really work too well when it comes to Geisha. That's going to be a down here on the Composer. Still 5 Cypher Machines remaining. There is one rescuer that will probably come to the rescue, but they aren't here to assist with the pickup to try and, balloon rescue or anything like that. Geisha has a pretty strong camp, especially if this hunter has a lot of experience playing Geisha. This could snowball the match pretty quickly. I'm not sure who's coming in for the rescue here. I think it is the forward. Forward is probably a good idea because you'll be able to maybe extend the kite of the Composer if you use the football to, stun here, but I'm not sure if he's going to get the rescue. We don't really want a Terror Shock here.
Oh, he's trying to bait out the hit. Oh, it's very, very close. Oh no, but he does get it after half. He doesn't get the rescue off. It looks like Geisha was hitting the chair, but it scared the forward, spooked him enough so that he couldn't get the rescue off on that hit. And now it looks like Composer is going to be on second chair with 2 ciphers done. He's going to come in for round 2.
Interesting decision there. I think the forward should have just tried to go for it, but that is still going to be a rescue after half. Maybe the forward can make this rescue happen if he uses his football correctly. But that is going to be hit on the forward. I mean, he's going to go down. I think the Psychologist has just got a body block here, but she decides not to. Unsure why the Geisha decided to go after the Psychologist here. Geisha hasn't got a hit yet on the Composer as far as... Yeah, no, there's no hit on the Composer yet. So the Composer's managing to get away free. Not really sure why that happened, but that's fine. I guess that gives Composer an extra chance there. Maybe the Geisha is feeling a little bit charitable here. Psychologist uses the heal on the Composer, meaning Composer's completely healed back up to full, and we'll probably be able to go and do a Cypher Machine.
That's
what
true.
Do you think
yeah.
about that, Hikaru? That's an interesting development there.
It was. I mean, it can get a little confusing when there's 3 survivors at the same time because they seem to cut it into each other. However, I think it would have been best if he stuck on the Composer. In IDV, oh, it looks like he teleported to the wrong butterfly. This is a really wonky thing about Geisha that I know a lot of players are annoyed about. It's when you try to teleport to a certain butterfly and it teleports you to the completely wrong one that's hardly even in your vision. Oh, it looks like he
get over the pallet in time though. That was a little bit risky there.
Yeah, I thought so too. And it looks like she's looking at Psychologist now, but IDV is one of those games where you want to camp out the first survivor that you catch. And this is the 3rd time Geisha has changed targets. First Composer, then onto forward, and now onto Psychologist.
And leaving the Composer alone is kind of starting to show exactly what I was talking about. It's a big problem because Composer is the decoder, and if he's just sitting there chilling, decoding Cypher Machines, the match will end much, much faster. And since the Geisha keeps on changing targets, time isn't being used correctly here. I believe the forward was rescued before half. That's going to be a pop, meaning that the Psychologist is able to transition all the way around the building. There will be a big pain. Oh, unless they run straight into
Oh no, yeah, you always gotta check for that red lighter, kind of determine where they're at. Geisha might still be able to get 2 kills here, because it looks like Composer's right next to her. Let's see if he goes for her. He does see the composer. Oh, but he gets on the tram. We'll see if Geisha... I'm actually curious. Okay.
I think the geisha should definitely go. Oh no! Decides to teleport to the gate, but the people are already out. But the geisha does know where the survivor's gonna be. Not sure why geisha's going this direction because we know exactly where the composer went. Unless, or maybe geisha didn't see the composer getting on the tram. Maybe they couldn't see through the window. We could see because we can see through walls, but
That's true.
they can't.
And Composer is now all the way at the open gate now. I think Geisha was fearful that Composer might have like 180'd and came back for the psychologist. However, he just kind of booked it straight for the door, it seems.
Yeah.
All
By the
right.
way, that was well played by the survivor team, managing to kind of get that rescue off when it was looking pretty bad for the composer. He managed to get out, Hikaru. Like, he got out of the gate, even though he got rescued after half in the middle of nowhere.
That's true. That's true. I was really curious. Even the after half rescue, I thought it was like, oh my gosh, they're a little bit doomed. But you know, when all the survivors kind of clump up like that together, especially in a geisha who can't hit multiple targets at the same time, like a Lucino or like a Naiad can, it can be a little hectic, and it just like kind of scrambles the outcome of that situation. So, good job on their part on coordinating how they were going to resolve that situation. And you know what? It worked out for them. So
we also need to remember that all the players here are probably feeling very nervous. Tournament gameplay can make you play and make in weird ways and make you make weird decisions as well. You might feel the pressure of people watching you and stuff like that. So it's completely understandable that the geisha might have lost track of where the composer went, especially as you said, with the survivors kind of clumping up together and kiting towards that corner house. So I think that's what happened there. I think the pressure got to the geisha and she just lost track of what was happening. And then the same thing might have happened. I'm not really sure what happened over with the rescue on the forward because they decided to not to go after the forward, but to go after the psychologist that I believe was still at full health at that point.
yeah, she even had the stress. It was after the psychologist stressed up and then sent the health over to Composer, she went to rescue the forward. There was a like I assume it was an accident, but he teleported to the wrong butterfly, and that kind of like threw off his momentum because Geisha had a really good camping spot at that point. It's just like, you know, those camera angles. It's all about the camera angles with Geisha, and if you mess up like a little bit, it can throw off your entire game. So yeah, I'm just gonna get in the survivors really quick. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Guys, tell me in the chat how you felt about that match. I think it was a very interesting one. Geisha is a very difficult character to play. She gets pallet stunned a lot. I believe in 2020 or 2021, she was the most pallet stunned hunter. I can imagine she still is. Her animation is quite a long one, meaning that if you play characters like Professor or something like that, it's very easy to predict, you know, and block the hits. So the survivors didn't really use that too heavily against her. They did transition a lot. That was a little bit risky. That's not something you want to do when the geisha's got a butterfly, especially at the beginning. The decision that the composer made of going all the way around the outside area of the graveyard was, well, mostly just asking to get hit early. I'm not really sure why that happened. And something that the composer might need to think about for future matches is being careful not to just transition without distracting the hunter with a pallet to break or something like that, because he kind of just ran through a pallet and then went back into the open again. That once again was very risky, and I think it did end up in being a hit. But that what you want to do against the geisha is you make sure she uses her butterfly, then you transition away, or you make sure she's in some type of animation, for example, like a window vault or a pallet break or something like that, and then you can use your ability if you have some type of movement speed ability. But the composer did really well and managed to survive long enough for the team to get a couple of cipher machines done. I think it was one cipher machine or two cipher machines, and then spent a long time on the chair. The forward was pretty scared to rescue, and I can't really blame them because you don't want to be terror shocked in a tournament. It can ruin the entire match. So pressure got to them there, I think.
That was really risky. There were a couple like really risky plays when Geisha missed and then Psychologist decides to vault back over that pallet. There was another situation where like the Psychologist kind of like, she took a hit and then she like went all the way around a square building, so she kind of like ran in one big circle right back into the geisha. And these kind of things do happen from time to time, so it's always good to remember to look behind you to see if the hunter's actually following you, kind of thing, to get away from those risky situations. But you live and learn. So, and then one.
It makes for great moments on the stream. We get to kind of.
Sometimes I had to like,
and,
I had to stop myself. Like, wait, what just happened? Kind of
kept on
moments.
going, and the geisha was like, "Okay, I'll take it." Before a match, I think it's really important to take a big breath in because I think the nerves really do get to these players, and that's completely understandable. So make sure, guys, that if you are watching this stream, any of future players from tomorrow's matches or something like that, or future next week's ones, remember to take a big breath before you do anything. Okay, it's okay for you to kite. Make sure you look behind you. Don't forget to do the normal kind of things, and also just try to forget that we're watching. Just have a nice time. Communicate with your team. If your team is shouting in your ears, turn them off.
Exactly. But hey, they're all
Mute
friends
more.
here. I hope they get to make friends with each other after this match. Like this is a for fun tournament. Yes, there is a little bit of money involved, but I really hope that the promoting better behavior and then getting people together makes for a better community overall. So yeah, if you guys can like, even if you like decide to add each other like, after game, like just for fun, you have more people to play with. Maybe if you want to have like rank goals, you can achieve them together. Maybe give each other some tips. Then those are all good, positive things that help propel a community forward. The game is underway right now. We had a seer band and a perfumer band from the hunter were on Leo's memory, and the band for the survivors was Night Watch. So let's see how this goes.
It's interesting to see a perfumer ban. If you're gonna ban someone that can kite like this is something a lot of people will probably just sigh in chat. I would usually pick banning a magician over a perfumer because they can extend the kites without giving presents, but I'm not really sure why they banned the perfumer here.
That's true. Perfumer is kind of like an odd choice in my opinion, because perfumer is very like, she's very not great in a lot of situations. I think like there's survivors out there who can like take the hit and block it, like journalists, and then also not give the presents. But if you give too much presents to a hunter, it could be pretty bad.
Yeah, that's why like magician has the same amount of wands as perfumer has perfumes.
Yep.
He doesn't give presents. He can take hits with his copy or something like that. There's less risk to it as well. He can also use his wands even if he's at half health, something that perfumer cannot do. Yeah, there are some tricks with like perfuming back up again to like a higher area, but if we're in Leo's memory, that's only going to happen in one specific area, and the kind of likelihood of that happening is not too good, especially if you're playing this character that is Wu Chang. You want a perfumer to give you that early presence. Not really sure.
That's true. Oh no, he hops right onto the Explorer, and the Explorer's strong point was hiding. It looks like he's trying to hide a little bit, but unfortunately is caught up by the Wu Chang. Drops the pallet right away. This first chase is not looking great so far, but Explorer doesn't have a lot of kiting abilities to work with. The best thing he can do right now is hide. He is giving him a little bit of a loop around logs. Let's see if he can pull off a little bit more of a... unfortunately, that is first down right at the start. But, anything can happen still. We do have a second... We got 3 rescuers, actually. A Gravekeeper, a Mercenary, and a First Officer. Literally, any of them could come in. And for a Wuchang who's a single-hit hunter, it might be a little difficult to camp out this one. Wuchang is not the greatest camper. And if you manage to lose an Explorer, that could be devastating.
Yeah, this team is playing a very hardy team composition. I believe this is the same team that played the kind of double Rescuer plus Embalmer match before. So they definitely want to go for the survivabilities, meaning that kind of characters can survive for much longer, kite for much longer, giving plenty of time for everyone to decode. And they're also very strong at rescuing, but that is going to be a down on the Explorer. Explorer was rescued before half, so he is going to be put on chair again, and somebody else will be able to come in for the rescue. Mercenary is a very strong rescuer, so he could come back in for the rescue if the other survivors are busy decoding. I think with the Explorer being down so early in the game, they are probably going to have to think about or consider going for the tie here, because with 5 Cypher machines remaining and a second chair already, 1 person at half health, I don't think you're going to get a 3 escape here. But it's possible they can turn things around. They might be able to pull some crazy tricks out here, but with I think that's Wu Chang at full presence, so he's going to be able to teleport and use his special effects at the same time. And he's able to transition across this massive map almost instantly.
Right. And what you want, I think what they were trying to do is do a protect the decoder comp, but what you want to protect decoders are usually support characters, such as like, or harassers like an enchantress or a forward. But if you run 3 rescuers, you're kind of like, usually rescuers have like a really bad decoding debuff, and it makes it a little bit difficult to protect them one way or another.
It also just puts a massive target on the back of whoever the decoder is.
Exactly.
If they get found early, it's just an instant, big issue for the survivor team. This is why if you're gonna go for this whole hardy composition, you want to go for a character that maybe is not a decoder, but does have some kind of kiting ability. Something like a perfumer, something like I don't know, magician, or I don't know, some other kiting role that has some abilities that don't have a debuff in decoding. But yeah, that's going to be first officer down. Explorer eliminated. Mercenary at half health. Gravekeeper at half health. Looks like Mercenary is probably the only one that's going to come in for the rescue here, or they might just sell the first officer. First officer has a ton of time on Cheb, but the Wu Chang is moving and changing targets. That's probably a good idea here because I think he knows that no one's going to come in for the rescue. Well, maybe okay.
Someone is going for the rescue.
That's an interesting decision.
And you know, they're going to walk right by the hatch. I mean, it's kind of looking like a hatch play once again, which is not too bad of an idea at this point. If Mercenary can get away without taking a hit, then he's going to... looks like he's going to get the hit on, though. So, I mean, it's going to make doing a hatch play a little bit more difficult at this point. Still possible. Let's see how it goes.
The whole hatch play is very risky, especially since the hunter knows where hatch is, and it's right next to someone who's chaired, meaning that the hunter controls that area. If it was somewhere else where the hunter didn't know, you know, he guessed there was either side of the, the big factory, then yeah, maybe you could get out. But the hunter knows exactly where it is, and he has a reason to be in that area too. Oh, he's gonna cancel that rescue. They're not gonna be able to rescue as they get soul siphoned. That's gonna be a down. Mercenary is also down. I think that is a 4K.
I think so as well.
Mm-hmm.
The team composition from this one is a little... I know I said earlier on, like, you should just play who you really like or who you think is fun. But, you know, it does matter a little bit in the end who you kind of pick, if the powers kind of, like, complement each other well. And in terms of having 3 rescuers, I mean, like you said, it is going to put a big target on an Explorer's back. Since, like, who are you going to chase at this point, right? Especially as a Wu Chang who doesn't have any chasing abilities with no presence, he kind of doesn't really have any other options at this point.
Yeah, map selection also makes that target even bigger because you know exactly where to go. And Explorer, as we've said before, doesn't really have any kiting abilities. He has the ability to hide, but if you know where he's going to be, that's something that you don't see when you're in lower tiers because you don't have that option to map select, then he's a lot stronger. But if you know exactly where he's going to be, he's severely weakened, especially against a hunter that can instantly be there. Yeah, if it was some character like Ripper or Gamekeeper that has to manually walk over there and find you, then yeah, you have time to go and hide somewhere, right? Or you can rotate and go somewhere else. But Wu Chang was, I think, a pick here that was, I think, crafted around the fact that they were playing Explorer because he was able to just instantly find the Explorer, put him down, and then everybody else had to deal with the problems.
That's true. Caused. Yeah, Wu Chang is he's one of the few hunters out there that, like, you kind of have to pay attention at the very, very start of the map. The other one's like probably Photographer, where if you're not paying attention right there, he can kind of come onto you instantly. I mean, Dream Witch is probably another one that, like, you kind of have to be on your toes at all points of the game if you don't know who the hunter is. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, people in chat are saying, like, Shio Wee says, haven't seen this team comp in many seasons. Yeah, this team composition of having a lot of rescuers was something that I think we saw probably last year in tournament gameplay, because that was kind of how the meta worked out. People needed to survive a little bit longer. But the current meta, as I understand, I'm not really sure what's happened right now with the whole, buffs and nerfs that have been going on. But as far as I understand, you usually have 1 rescuer, 2 or 3 kiters, or one of those being an assist kind of character. So that's because we want people to be able to kite for longer. You want someone to have no decoding debuff so you can get Cypher Machines done faster. And you want people to be one player to be able to assist with the rescue if things go wrong. Maybe like a priestess or an entomologist that can use the bees. I don't know. It was interesting to see that they went for such a slow decoding team composition. That is something that we don't see too often. And we see why, because of this new option of adding the map selection feature. It means that you are pinning a target on whoever's not the not the rescuer. And especially with so many hunters having such great mobility, we see things like Breaking Wheel that can quickly get to wherever that person is. We see Wu Chang, who's with his buff that happened this year, is able to, he's much stronger than he used to be. Yeah, it's just a really big problem for decoders right now.
Yes, sir. All right. Let me take a sec to message group C. We'll see where things are at the moment, but we can take a short break. It looks like we finished about half an hour. Or no, 25 minutes ahead of schedule. So, we'll put the BRB screen back on. The next teams that are going to go are IDVtuber, and they're going to be against Team C, which I don't have a team name from them just yet, but once I get it, I will let you guys know. So I'm going to put on the BR back screen and then stick around. In about 10 minutes, we'll come back online and we'll figure out where things are going to go from here.
Get your popcorn, guys.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Everyone, this is more or less sorted it out. I'm not sure if Ria is in your. Okay, it doesn't matter.
That's okay.
Hello, welcome back to the tournament. That we have a little bit of a announcement to make.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of a problem with the scheduling. One of the teams, Team C, is a no-show, and it seems like they won't be able to participate for the rest of the tournament. So we'll be replacing their matches with a kind of like an impromptu tournament match with it's just going to be tarot, but against some of the tournament moderators. And don't worry, you guys, the average rank of the tournament moderators is about elk to maybe like low griffin, maybe somewhere in mammoth. So the games will be interesting to watch. And this way, anytime you see Team C on the bracket listing, it's going to be replaced with this event, and any points that are accumulated here are going to be transferred on to their main team. So every team that is currently still in the tournament is going to be able to participate in this at least once. So let's see how this goes. We have the first team already set up. We just need confirmation from 2 people, and then we will get going.
Yeah, so that wasn't the announcement I was expecting you to give, Hikaru. I was expecting you to say that you kind of had proposed to me, and that we were going to get married next month. Okay, that's fine.
You're already married.
I get it.
What the heck? I'm not a home record.
I feel very hurt right now, Hikaru.
That's okay. We don't have to tell anyone.
Chat, he doesn't care about that marriage.
We don't have to tell her. We don't have to tell her. She's sleeping right now, right? All right. So we need Soul to ready up, and then we will get this match going. Let me message him really quick.
How could he break my heart? I know. Heart is destroyed.
I'm married. I'm married to my chat already. Sorry.
Wow. Sounds fun. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be fun. We do have some of Hikaru's people in here, and we also have Ria that you might know from my chat if you've ever been in my chat before. I think this is going to be fun to watch. I think it could be pretty chaotic, but that's what we want, right? That's what we want from tarot matches.
Oh, so apparently Soul's PC is crashed, so he's gonna be a sec. Let me just message them really quick.
Chat.
Of course. I got the music still playing, so I'm gonna stop the music and then we're gonna do some tarot in a second. Let me just Soul's PC crashed.
Married to a sec. Yeah. So they do actually get to select the map, yeah? Or is it going to be a random map?
I think we'll just do all. There's only 3 tarot maps, right? Let's just do all three of them.
Okay, one by one. That makes sense.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know how Tarot works, or if you kind of are vaguely familiar with it, it is a match where two teams will go against each other. Both teams have 4 players, of which one of them is a hunter on either side. They're playing it within the same match at the same time. The hunter from either team, from both teams, has to hunt the king from the other team. So each character has a role. There's a king, knight, and 2 squires on each team. The 2 squires need to assist their teammate. They are going to be survivors, and they need to protect the king. The knight, that is the hunter role, has to, of course, go and catch and chair the person from the king on the other team. If it works the same as normal chair rule, if you get chaired, 3 times, you're eliminated. If they rescue after half, then you only get 2 chairs, and so on. There are different abilities that you can get. There are little items that you can buy in the store, similar to the ones that you can get in duo hunter mode. So you can get things, if you're the king, for example, you might want to go and get a perfume early so you can kind of take more hits and stuff like that. But basically, that's it. The survivors, I believe, do get a bubble if they, the king gets a bubble if they get rescued, so they can get away and they don't get camped and destroyed immediately. But this is a pretty chaotic mode where the hunter needs to pick something that can deal with multiple harassers and who can also kind of catch up to a king that, running off in the distance.
Yeah.
Hunters also usually have complete visibility of the king, so they know where they are because there's an item that reveals the king for like something like 10, 20, 30 seconds. I can't remember how long it is. So the king needs to be aware that they are constantly visible to the hunter.
This is one of the modes where it's literally made to be bully the hunter, so it can be a little frustrating, but the hunter does have a lot of neat power-ups that they can use to chase down people. Yeah, it's just for fun. If the winning team will get, let's say, 3 bonus points per match. So I think yeah, that'll be a good way to kind of fill in the time left in the void by Team C. And you know what? I think they have like a few games today, so it's going to be happening right after this one, actually. Hold on, wait. Let me check that really quick.
Bully the hunter till the hunter bullies you. Yep, that's how it works until the hunter gets enough points where they can recover from their attack recoveries instantly. They have movement speed plus like 20 or whatever it is. Yeah, that's essentially how this game mode works. That's why the squires also want to use their kind of money that they get in the mode to be able to send it to their hunter so that their hunter can also get all of their buffs a little bit faster. They can use ravens to do that if they want to.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you also don't forget to change your like character abilities over. Sometimes it resets it in tarot, so you gotta be careful with that.
Yep.
Let me just check to see.
There are multiple strategies in tarot mode. The one that you'll often see is where you have 2 harassers, for example, like one of them, which is usually an enchantress that can help kind of the king to kite a little bit longer. But there are some kind of niche strategies where, for example, one of the squires will play cowboy and can actually go over to the enemy's king and lasso them and bring them to their hunter. That is a strategy that works pretty well and can be, let's just say, a little toxic in some situations, but it's quite funny to watch. There are other strategies as well where you can have a decoder sitting on a cipher machine, because if 3 cipher machines are popped, it gives that team's hunter detention, and also I believe gives the survivor like borrowed time. So that's pretty cool. Okay, the match is about to begin, so let's watch this chaos unfold. We have an interesting aeroplanist pick. I don't think I've ever seen aeroplanist picked as a king before.
I mean, he's got to be. He can only use the air dash once, but he's got like a lot of those mini dashes. I haven't seen too many of him played in even regular matches recently. So, oh, is the game stalling?
It's just loading. It's loading up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't go out to
aeroplanist loses all of his dashes. Does his slot become empty? I think it does, right?
I don't know if they're on recharging. Oh, there we go.
Oh no, it's not infinite, but I wonder if his item kind of empties out. Okay, looks like the hunters are emoting at each other or something.
They're trying to get to find each other's teams.
Salutes. Okay. Are we going to be swapping between views of?
I think so. It doesn't look like either of them are chasing. It looks like Ripper has insolence. I didn't expect to see that, but you know, Lucino has.
Confined space and is usually what you go for. Interesting to see that they're going for this. So it looks like the Reptilian is trying to. Well, I'm currently watching the Reptilian. Looks like Evil Reptilian is trying to find the targets. They haven't found them yet. What's happening over on the Ripper side?
Looks like the Ripper is lagging a little bit. He's just kind of looking at a wall right now. Huh.
It's a strat. It's a pro strat. Have you not heard
Is
of
it
it?
a strat? I have not. This is really interesting.
You see this in high tier tournaments. It's called Naughty Boy in the Corner.
That's what this is. Hold on. Let me check to see if someone's computer crashed again.
Okay, looks like Evil Reptilian has decided to, you know, wait around a little bit to give the Ripper a little bit more time. This is giving time for the match timer to go. So can we pause the match? Is it possible for us to do that?
How do you pause a match? I don't know if I
You
can.
press escape if you're like
Nothing
I
happens.
think there should be like a pause button.
Wait. Oh. No, I don't see a pause button.
Okay, there might not be in this one. Sometimes there is in a custom thing.
I thought I just saw detention on him, but I might have been mistaken. Okay, well, his insolence just went
Ripper
off.
just casually getting insolence. Maybe that's the strat. Maybe it's to delay to get some insolence. You know, everyone thinks that the hunter's AFK or something. It's
Oh,
just
he's
waiting
back. He's
for
back.
insolence.
He's moving again. The hunt started. Oh my! It was the strat. Okay. Well, that interesting strat, but it looks like he was able to catch one of them right off the bat. So.
Well, if you think about it this way, the other hunter has 0 presence right now. Ripper is almost full presence, so the strategy worked perfectly. I wouldn't really call it a fair strategy if that was what happened there, but
it was kind of yeah. It's okay. We don't have to restart at this point. Oh, Ocean Rhea is doing the cheerleading thing. Let's see if Ripper has found anyone yet. They're all kind of coalescing around the same area. But I think Soul's team has not found any of the other survivors yet. It is just Evil Reptilian chasing the other survivors right now.
Reptilian just got pallet stand here, giving tons of time for the cheerleader to cheer their king onwards, and it looks like they're going to continue transitioning here. Yeah, Ripper should have enough cash already to be able to purchase the item that lets them reveal the king. Oh, he has found the king now. King seems to be running into the Ripper, gets a hit. That's gonna put the airplane just 1 hit away from being Chad. Yeah, Perfuma, meanwhile, on the other team is looking pretty healthy still with 25 stacks of Chio. Okay, it's just reset. I'm not really sure how that works, but that's fine. Cheerleader's an interesting pick in this mode. I think as a squire, I don't really know how well she works here, but I think the fact that she's kind of able to assist without taking damage, because usually the hunter doesn't hit the squires unless they get in their way, means that she's able to use that auto revive ability that we don't get to see very often with cheerleaders.
That's true. I think Soul is kind of looking for airplanes right now. However, I don't know if some of these people have played Tarot before. Being able to see the king, I believe you need an item for that, correct? Like, it's something you have to buy from a weird shop.
Yes, it only costs 300 that you should get pretty easily. If you just chase the survivors for like a couple of minutes, you already have enough to get it. I think it's either 200 or 300. And if your team just sends you over a couple of coins as well, you should just be able to purchase it. I'm not really sure if the hunter is aware that there is an item to do this. It looks like the answer is no.
We probably have to.
Evil
Yeah.
Reptilian still at first presence.
That's true. Currently, they are technically in the lead right now, though, because the only person who has damage on them right now is the Perfumer. And this is the SS tier skin. Oh, Reptilian is catching up to her.
Healing up in the background as well. His health is going up.
That's true. He did manage to heal up all the way, but it looks like Jack is on the chase again. The 2 distractors are Painter. Oh,
was that flare? That rock?
I don't think that was intentional. That's quite alright though. It seems like they bought a lot of time being able to hide away from this Jack. Oh, but
I
the
was unaware that you could actually flare gun when you can't see the hunter at all.
yeah. I think it locks on. There's just a delay for the most part. That owl was a little. I don't know if it was late or premature, but
Maybe they understood something that we didn't. You know, Ripper is invisible, so maybe they
that's
they saw
true.
something else. Okay,
makes it a
looks
little
like
difficult.
Reptilian is busy chasing one of the squires here. Oh, are the gates about to be opened? Is that what just happened?
I think so. I didn't know that the gates could. I didn't know that
Oh no,
that happened.
that's okay. That's Cipher Machine progress popped. So both teams have just popped 3 Cipher Machines, meaning that Detention and Borrowed Time activates. And since both teams did it, both teams get those benefits. So the Hunter now has Detention, he can do double the damage. That's a Perfume and gets healed right back up again. Aeroplanist on the other team is busy healing with a Dublin here and is using his abilities.
Oh my goodness! What is this? What is going on?
I don't really understand what just happened.
He's kind of pumping in this little corner back here.
I don't think I've ever been to that corner before.
Yeah, me neither. And there's nowhere to get out there, but it seems like she kind of schmooved her way out of it.
Yeah, the Squire took the hit. We need to remember, guys, that the Squires have 2 hits of health. Meanwhile, the Kings have 3 hits they can take. But with Detention active, that is still only 2 hits if they get hit here. Or 1 hit plus a Foggy Blade, right?
Yeah.
That was a bit of an early pallet drop there. And they see an owl to let the aeroplaners get to the window. I think they'll make it. They are going to make it. What's happening on the Reptilian side, Hikaru?
It looks like he's still chasing the queen, but there's a lot of distractions going on from both the Enchantress, who's really annoying in this mode as far as I know, and the cheerleader as well. It seems like Perfumer's constantly getting a lot of distance on them, but I think Lucino's finally getting used to seeing where the king is at all time, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to hit her anytime soon, but both kings are doing a great job right now of not being hit. It's I don't think he's down the Perfumer once yet. So oh, they just somehow bought a football onto the Perfumer and she charged halfway across the map with it. It looks like it's a pretty strong item when you can get it at any time. Oh, and the exit gates are open. Can you talk a little bit about how that works?
So after, there is a certain timer for the entire match, where after a certain period of time, the exit gates will open, meaning the first person or the first king to get out of the exit gate is the winner. So you can go for the whole delay strategy just to kind of get to that exit gate, but it's a little bit hit or miss if both survivors go towards the exit gate at the same time. It's essentially whoever touches the disappearing point of the exit gate who wins. And if you have like an item like a football or an elbow pad, it's really anyone's game. So what you'll see, and what you'll probably see here, is that the hunters will probably try and slug the king out, forcing them to be on the ground instead of being at the exit gate. And the squires want to try and keep her on her feet as long as possible, and just so she can kite the 1 minute and 18 seconds that remain.
Are they supposed to be decoding at this point, or it would look like the aeroplane team was still decoding a whole nother cipher at 399%, but it's just open for everyone, right?
Yeah, so the exit gates don't get opened by Cipher Machines. Cipher Machines give you points, and they can also activate the Borrowed Time and Detention for your team. So once again, they would have to do another 300% to get those benefits, but it doesn't open the exit gates. The exit gates will just open after a specific time. It just means that the matches aren't infinite.
That's good to know.
The timer is something like 8 minutes. I think matches are, the gates open after 8 minutes in total, if I remember correctly. But so it's already been, 7 minutes and a half.
I thought it was gonna open, but it says it's opening in about 20 seconds. So, oh, Perfumer actually just got shared at some point. I completely missed that. Sorry, the double hunter perspective makes it a little bit harder to spectate.
Yeah, do you want to take Ripper whilst I go Reptilian so we can...
Yeah, sure. That's a good idea.
You kind of say what's happening on Ripper's side, and I'll explain what's happening on...
That's perfect.
So what's happening on Ripper's side?
It looks like he just caught the king again. Oh, the exit gates are open now. However, the king on Ripper's side has been caught, while the king on the other side is running free. They just got chaired. I don't know if this is the second or the third time. This is the second time, so they are still able to maybe get this rescue off. Oh, but this gets scuffed by the detention hit. We'll have to see how this goes. There's one survivor still running around. It's I think it's the painter. But they are damaged, and I'm pretty sure the hunter has detention right now. So they're unable to get the rescue off. It seems like the other survivor got chaired as well. Oh no, it got terror shocked right as she got up. It's unlucky, but it was a really close game. The others, yeah, the other king just got chaired at the exact same time as well. So, I mean, hey, I think both teams just need a little bit of time to get acclimated as to how this game mode works, and you know, it seemed like it worked out. I mean, no bonus points awarded there, but it was a close match.
So yeah, in the end, it was just a race to see who could be rocketed out of the match first, I guess. The exit gates were open, and whilst Ripper was busy kind of guarding that chair, the evil reptilian was busy trying to guard the gate. We had the king that was busy using a pocket watch, trying to get around the evil reptilian that was just standing there at the gate, body blocking. He used his crash to be able to knock down one of the squires, and he used a detention hit to finally knock down the king at the exit gate and then bring them to the chair. But since the aeroplanist was already on the rocket chair, they of course lost there. Meaning that the what I think it was, what was the, was it a cheerleader? No, who was playing as the king? It was aeroplanist, and the other king was
the perfumer. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So perfumer managed to get chat a little bit late, so that was good there. We're also learning how to commentate on these kind of matches. It's very difficult with the multiple perspectives, but I think it works if one of us does one hunter and then the other one does the other hunter, and we just talk about what happens as we ask each other, like, what's going on over there?
Yeah. And since I'm shooting from my perspective, I'll switch over to yours once you start talking, so that way we can capture all the action.
I'll just have to believe you. I guess I could swap over to your perspective. I'll be like,
Hold on. Let me do I have everyone here? Oh, you need to invite your person.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Let's see, do we have everyone here? Lezu is the king. Okay. So we have Dalmas Soul.
By the way, Ria, I think, is happy to play any role. So
okay.
She's a pretty good kiter. She's pretty good hunter as well. She can pretty much do anything. A wild Can Beaver appeared. How are you guys enjoying these matches? And we are sorry that we are not able to show you any tournament gameplay per se here. But that's what happens when a team kind of isn't available to join. Something came up, you know, it happens, life happens.
Yep. And just so, because I already kind of gave out time for all the other teams, we kind of want to make sure that everything moves in a scheduled, orderly manner. That way no team is going to be like, oh, well, they didn't show up and now like we can go early. We can't really have anyone going early, since then we would have a void to fill later on. So the matches will go on as regularly scheduled, and the tournament will be ending at 9 p.m. today, or was it at 9 p.m? Something like that. And it will continue on tomorrow starting at the same times. So if you're curious about the matchmaking, I will put up a quick graphic at the end of the day to show you guys which teams are playing at what time. But they're all labeled in order of Team A versus Team B. Their team names have not been labeled correctly just yet. So I'll post the standings for it at the end of the day to show you guys where everyone's at. Not every team has played yet. There will be more teams playing on day 2 that haven't played enough on day 1. So it could be anyone's game at this point, even if there's teams that don't have as many points.
And if you want to keep up to date with brackets and ask questions to the moderators or anything like this about the tournament, I think the best thing to do is to probably join Hikaru's Discord, where you'll probably find all of the information there. And you'll probably also be able to discuss things with people that know what's going on. So that's probably the smartest idea here. Okay, it looks like we are getting into the character selection. Okay, now that you've seen the Chaos of Tara, Hikaru, which characters do you instantly feel like people should gravitate towards?
I think that what was it? Enchantress is a really strong pick. I wasn't really keeping my perspective on her for the most part, but if you can just take an infinite amount of hits as what are these no, they're the pawns, then you can just shell out those stuns left and right. It seems like a really strong pick. Oh, Antiquarian seems like a really good pick. All these characters seems really really good for it. And look at these skins too. I cannot believe it. They're all limited S tier skins.
Everyone's just got the fanciest skins possible. You know, you might as well flex it if you have it, right?
Someone's been gaming.
So what you'll see are for strong squire picks are things or characters like Enchantress, because Enchantress, of course, isn't taking the brunt of the hits. She's busy kiting with the king, so she can, you know, get stuns passively without having to worry about getting knocked down. That's why often you'll see hunters will knock down enchantresses as much as possible, so they are out of the way. Seer is also a great pick because you can just farm owls because you're not, you know, being chased, and you can just go behind the hunter. That's something you'll see often. Okay, which hunter would you like to pick?
I'll stick on Sculptor. Sculptor seems like an interesting pick.
Well, Disciple once again has insolence.
Seems like a popular thing, but I mean, if it takes a while to find the survivors at first, I can see insolence being good, but looks like she's going the wrong way. So I guess I'll stick on Disciple's perspective right now until Sculptor finds a target.
So what the survivors were doing, they were busy decoding to try and farm some points. Often you'll see the king will go towards a chest to go and get an item. Looks like the Disciple got disarmed for a little bit. The Seer busy taking hits. I think they need to stay a little bit more, play a little bit more passively. They do get a knockdown on the Squire, giving points here, tons of points to the Disciple. They'll now be able to use that to purchase the Visibility Stone. I forgot what it's called. So that's also giving a ton of presence to Disciple, putting her at full presence. What's happening on Sculptor's side? I see there's some presence that has been gained.
Yeah, it looks like she did manage to get a hit on a Perfumer, but Perfumer is the Squire, and they're still looking for the King. It looks like a good strat in this mode is just to get some hits on the Squires to build up that presence. Sculptor is one of those hunters where she's really, really strong at full presence, but she can still hunt decently without it. So I think chasing a non-king might be an okay strat at this moment, just to get her her double sculpture ability. Ooh, she gets pallet stun right there. Doesn't look like anyone's on either of the kings just yet though.
Yeah, what you'll often see is they will go after the squires in the early game just to get, yeah, as you said, to get presence, but also to get points, because in the store, hunters can buy things like attack recovery pills, movement speed pills, stun recovery pills. So getting as many points as you can early game, giving you that extra movement speed to catch up to a king, especially if that king is playing something like a transition kind of character that we're not seeing too much here, as the enemy king here in this situation is a novelist that has a stun ability but doesn't have much in the way of transition here. Does get hit a couple of times, is right behind the novelist right now, but novelist uses the perfume. He perfumes back again, that resets him from that cat, and he's now able to transition towards another pallet. These squires are busy farming owls and stuns in the background as well. Oh, taking control. Well, I think, was that taking control?
No, this is they patched over the novelist ability to make it a swap ability. So now he just switches places with the hunter rather than yeah, because he's been in the original format. I think it's okay to have him in tarot. Like this is kind of like a for fun version of it anyways. He's kind of a silly character. Like honestly, that ability kind of makes novelist a whole brand new character.
Yeah, he's essentially, a completely different character here. What's happening on Sculptor's side? I see that they're kind of nearby each other.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's on the king just yet. It looks like Sculptor is constantly chasing after the squires. I'm not sure if she knows that she needs to buy the items to see that, because I don't see the buff on the top left-hand corner, which that's where I assumed it's going to be. But he is finding the squires both, switching onto him over and over again. Doesn't seem to be like a great strat at the moment, but eventually when she does find it, she does have full presence now, so it could be a pretty good hunt then.
Disciple is definitely dominating more in this match right this moment because Novelist is sitting one hit away from being down. Novelist doesn't really have much else to use here, but the team is here to try and body block. The Antiquarian manages to block the doorway, giving tons of time for the Novelist to transition away. But I think Cats will be available soon to get the stun. Oh, takes a drink, I think. Yeah, that's a double.
Yeah, that was a double.
A little bit late.
Yeah, you take what you can get at that point. Looks like the first chair is going to go to the Anne, and there's a chair right close nearby. But you know, I think like anyone can buy a gun at this point and just shoot the hunter. So I don't think Sculptor has found anyone at the moment. The Sculptor's just been kind of it looks like the Sculptor's been going around trying to find one target. She's looking for the king, but I don't think she knows that she can buy the item to look for the king. We might have to like intervene a little bit afterwards, just let him know like there's a shop you can buy things for him.
Yeah, there is definitely an advantage if you buy items, like a massive advantage here. Oh, looks like the Novelist uses the football to get away from the Cats. That was a very smart move there because Cats cannot follow straight behind you if they are already split up. I don't think there's much else that can happen here. Oh, does use the swap to swap places so that he can get over to the window. That was a very smart use of the swap places there. Not really sure what to call that ability yet. The
switcheroo.
Color swap. Okay, does get to the window in Red Church. I see that Sculptor did get a hit on someone though.
Yeah, they're still hitting the squires. The Gardener's been kind of in the way the whole time, and it seems like the Sculptor's still chasing after the squires and only the squires. Honestly, I think it might be time to start chasing after the king at this point, because that'll force all the squires to move on to the king anyways, since they have to protect him somehow, right? It looks like she's still trying to find her bearings though. Oh, she's about to walk into them now though. A lot of the survivors are kind of gathered in the same place.
She should have tons of points now. She's probably got like 1 billion upgrades if she's worked out how to use them yet. So she'll have like instant recovery, insane movement speed. She's just been farming them in the background. Novelist still staying alive here. The Anne got a little bit lost and couldn't really find them for a while. Maybe they didn't have enough cash to be able to purchase the, view the king item. Novelist is once again being chased over here, and the assists are coming in. I think Sia must have a couple of hours here, so I think the Novelist is relatively safe. And I think that Antiquarian has used all of her sticks.
Yeah, it seems like they finally found the king. So they are chasing the Enchantress right now, but like just as the Sculptor has a ton of points chasing them down, the Enchantress probably has a ton of points just from decoding the whole time. Oh, there's a failed flash that goes on. Just right now, and it looks like she's just using the backside of the chapel over and over again. A really strong loop against Sculptor. She's gonna have to use that full presence to try and down them somehow. I see you down on the Novelist.
Yeah, Novelist was just downed. There was a swap ability that was tried to be used, but it was used in really close quarters, so it didn't really matter too much. That was a long-range snipe there on that flare gun. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it looks like Sia's been knocked down once again. That's a down on the Antiquarian. There are no assists here. The Novelist is on his own, and there is a cat incoming. Will he make it to the window? I think he will. It looks like the Anne mistimed or misjudged the distance there on the cat, giving Novelist tons of time. Novelist, I think, has already used up his one Dublin that he can purchase, but if the team, or if his teammates do get nearby, they could possibly drop a Dublin for him. But they're currently down on the ground. I think Sia is also spectating right now because I think he doesn't know.
Oh, he owled himself though. That was yeah. No, yeah. I've messed up on that more than once myself as well. It looks like both the squares are down for the other team. Oh, one of them actually just picks himself off. But if you're playing Sculptor and you're in those tight alleyways with two other survivors at the same time, if you just throw those statues everywhere, you're gonna be able to hit something. Oh my gosh, the ice made her do a spin. I've never seen that interaction before. That was really interesting. It's not a real item.
Makes sense, I guess.
That's true. Looks like
Sia did get a rescue because he managed to heal up to full. Novelist is going over towards the top broken area, trying to get away from the cats, but did get caught by one of them. He's not going to manage to get that far away because I think Anne's got movement speed buff, meaning she'll catch up very, very quickly. Sia gets last effort, meaning he's down. Antiquarian just got up, so there's no one to help here. I think this is going to be a win for the Disciple, as this is his last chair. He will be eliminated as soon as he touches that chair. Will the Antiquarian come in with something crazy? I think she's already used her flare gun. No.
Yeah, it might be a little too late for them. A little discard. Let me message the other team. Just let them know, hey, there's a shop you can buy items from. Because I think some teams have not played tarot before.
Okay, I'll talk to chat for a bit while you inform them of that.
All right. Let me switch.
Never seen Tarot Novelist? Yeah, this is the first time I've actually seen his abilities being properly used. It's quite powerful, especially if you use it over like a wall or a window, because you can swap places to like a better kiting area. It's really interesting. Outing themselves is such a winter move. I don't know what that means, but it happens. It happens to me all the time as well. It's difficult to do see sometimes because you press it and it registers a little late sometimes, and it's like, oh, you press it again and it's like, oh yeah, you wanted to owl yourself, right? Like, no, I didn't want to owl myself. Yeah, I think we also had the issue of hunters not knowing that they could purchase things. I'm unsure if the survivors were even aware of that. We did see a couple of flare guns, but we didn't see many Dovlins.
Yeah, I think they figured it out at some point that you could buy items, because I did see the Soul he did end up buying items in the afterward periods, but like, yeah, it was I think it'd still be good to just inform them. You know, good thing this isn't the crystal ball mode, because I heard that those are even crazier. Like the hunters get powers too. Do you want to do a crystal ball mode?
It would be kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, okay. Let's do the last one. It's gonna be a crystal ball mode, just to spice things up for a bit. And you know what's crazy? Team C finally got back to me, but
little too late, guys. We're sorry.
Yeah. We can clue them back in, but we got to give them a bunch of extra points for yeah.
So the Crystal Tarot mode is just the same as Tarot mode, but each character has a specific buff that they can get that can only happen occasionally during the match if a crystal ball is activated. So the crystal balls will activate themselves periodically during the match, and then survivors go over to those crystal balls and kind of tell fortune tell or whatever they do with those balls, pray in front of them, and that activates a buff for their team. Each character, as I mentioned before, has different buffs. For example, something that you might see is Ripper having triple Foggy Blades, or Sculptor, for example, we just saw Sculptor. She'll have like a ton more statues and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the buffs are really crazy and wacky. Some of them are a little bit more mundane. You'll see some characters that just have shorter cooldowns on things. But it's really funny to see the chaos that can ensue as, you know, Enchantress gets 1 billion stuns and things like that happen.
I didn't know the survivors could also have abilities as well. Yeah, could you invite for me? Thanks. I'll get everyone else.
Yeah, Enchantress gets her stuns a little bit faster. I'm trying to think. I remember that, like, who is it? I think it's Thief can kind of blind a little bit faster than he usually can. Stuff like that. Oh, Perfumer can use a perfume. If she perfumes back again, she can then activate a perfume again instantly, and it will only count as one perfume. So she can like use 2 perfumes in one. It's a little wacky, and it's kind of interesting to watch. Not crystal ball, says Rhea. Well, Rhea, you have to survive. It would be good if we have a decent kiter playing on the other team, because I would say that Rhea is a pretty strong kiter overall. So whoever's on the other team should probably choose their best kiter.
All right, who are we missing? Akisol, Rhea. Oh, Dalmas. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, missing Dalmas.
And the last match is going to be in hospital, so if you know how to use the hospital, you know. If you know, you know. Looks like Girl DM is going to be the hunter too. I've seen her. I think her main hunter is the spider. So, do you know the spider's powers so far?
Oh, in this mode, I'm trying to think. I think she has faster regeneration of her webs. She can fire multiple spider shots at the same time. I think she fires one, and then there's a second one that's kind of slightly delayed. If I remember correctly, I can't remember what happens with her kind of wall webs. I think there's something that happens with that, but it's actually just her normal abilities buffed.
Hmm. And how do you activate the abilities? Like you have to like touch the crystal ball, right?
Yeah, so the crystal balls will kind of they're on a timer. There are going to be some periods of the match where you can't use the crystal balls, and then after a while they'll kind of activate, and then yeah, someone on your team needs to go and touch the ball for like a couple of seconds to kind of charge it up. And that will affect your team for a certain period of time. There'll be a cooldown on the ball, and then you can once again they'll activate and you can go over and touch it once again. It will only affect your team. So if you go and do it, so somebody else will have to go to a crystal ball on the other team and do it for their team as well.
Oh hey, they redid Entomologist's character model. It should look so much better like that. It used to be like her head. Is it a skin?
That's a new skin. That's a skin from this event.
Oh, I didn't know you got it. I haven't done the event yet, so no spoilers just yet.
It's the well, if you've played the first Ashes of Memory story event, it's the same.
Yeah,
like.
I did recognize that. Yeah, I thought they'd just change their base model to look like it because it looks so much like her base skin. It would just like the head wrap.
Yeah, they should have done that. But instead, they decided to make it into a B tier skin, if I remember correctly, that you can purchase in the store. It's in the event store, not in the main store.
Yeah.
It is a very nice skin. So yeah, someone's asking, what's the difference between Crystal Ball and Terror Mode? Crystal Ball has extra abilities that survivors and hunters can unlock during the match. It goes a little bit crazy. As I just mentioned, Ripper gets triple Foggy Blades. I can't remember what... I think Geisha can actually use her butterflies through walls.
That's crazy.
Yeah. If I remember correctly.
That's really, really interesting. Here, I'll watch the Ripper and you can watch the Geisha's point of view.
Awesome. Okay, let's begin. Geisha is currently... Oh, she has sort of located where the survivor team is. She kind of is in the vicinity. She does have tinnitus. She's looking at both of the cipher machines and doesn't see them, so she might deduce that they are behind her.
Oh!
She doesn't. She is activating the crystal ball.
It looks like this is how the crystal ball works. Yeah, it's... Well, it seems like Jack has found... They have found all the survivors, but the squires have split off from the king. It is a Jack. I'm not really sure what the powers are doing at the moment, but... She is up against a thief, and thieves... A thief and a prospector against a Jack. This is going to be a nightmare for her. But she is getting these hits off. Ooh, these do be smacking. First presence on Ripper already, so she's going to be gaming pretty hard.
Geisha has just found the red, or the opposite team has found the king as well. The king is a wildling that is a very strong character in Terror Mode because of the ability to take multiple hits, especially with people in the background pushing you around with magnets and taking hits if you're Seer. I believe Seer's buff in this mode is that he gets his owls a little bit faster. That is a pain as well if your squire is busy giving infinite amounts of owls to the team. I think the Ripper seems to be confused about which character to go after.
I think so too. You gotta be. It looks like she just swung at their own king. We got a third hunter imposter, kind of sus.
It happens sometimes. It's happened to me where I'm confused which team I'm supposed to be going after. Yeah, how is the Ripper doing now that he's kind of found who he's going after?
I think he's still looking for the king at this point, but he's looking for... Oh, I think she has found the entomologist. He's on her right now. Entomologist is actually a pretty hard counter to the Foggy Blaze, because they can actually block a full hit from them. She switched off to Prospector to try and get maybe a couple hits on them. Oh, but it seems like Wildling is getting the chase of his life against the Geisha right now.
Yeah, he got Terror Shocked on the window. That was a bit of an issue because he's now sitting at 1 hit away instead of 2 hits away. And there is no pallet to use here either, so he's probably going to get down. Nope. Okay, they get an owl plus the boar. He's going to get a ton of distance here. I'm not sure why he's still staying in the same area. It's a little risky here because that's going to be one hit without recovery, and I think this is going to be a second hit. No, he's going to get over the window. Aim failed, magnet, but it did delay. They got body block, so that's important. A terror shock on the seer.
It looks
tons of points.
It is stalling them. It is stalling them for sure, though. And it looks like Ripper just got full presence for themselves, for their own team as well. She's hitting the crystal ball right now to see to power up their team. It looks like both hunters are full presence right now, except that one is on the wildling while Jack is still looking for the entomologist at this point. I think she has a good idea of where the survivors are, but again, you gotta buy that item to give you that vision on the king. Otherwise, oh, it looks like she has found the king. Oh my gosh, the foggy's like 3 foggies in the entire span of the hospital. That's crazy. Definitely spices up the game.
Difficult to avoid, that's for sure. And especially against an entomologist who can, her bees take, 2 hits before they evaporate, and 2 foggy blades is 2 hits. So they don't tank that many hits. Okay, looks like Geisha is still getting pretty close to getting it down on the wildling, and that's going to be the first down of the match, I believe. But the team is here to come and harass. Maybe this prospector can magnet stun. That is, an excitement. So they are definitely going to get to the chair in time. But that does save stuns for later, and they haven't used, as far as I remember, any flare guns yet. So they'll be able to use that in the late game, maybe for a nice balloon rescue.
Oh no!
Terror shock. That's not looking too good here.
Yeah, you always want to, I guess if you want to save the guns for the late game, it's always an option, but like, if you gotta use it, you gotta use it,
Might be a good idea to use it kind of soon, since they don't have excitement left.
That's true.
How's the Ripper doing? Is the Ripper getting any closer to getting a down here on the entomologist?
No, she's still looking for him. It seems like they get distracted a lot with who's currently from them. There's a teleport, but don't know if you teleport to anything here. I don't know if the teleport actually went off. I'm not sure what that was.
Teleport isn't really a viable thing to use in this mode. Excitement or blink can kind of guarantee hits or protect you whilst you're trying to get to a chair here. But teleport, a little bit of an interesting decision, because in this mode you're usually constantly behind the king, so there's no reason to teleport. Maybe there are some cool tricks you could pull off where you kind of teleport across to a cipher machine on the other side of a pallet, but that seems a little risky overall. This is going to be Wildling's second chair here. Not really sure what just happened.
Oh, I think I'm not sure how this happened, but there are 2 people who perfumed, like they perfumed at the same time. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it looks like Ento's got her bees back. She's been on those bees for a while. Do you get your resources back that normally aren't recoverable?
I'm unsure about entomologist buffs, but that does make some sense. Maybe some characters have abilities of like infinite items during the period of the crystal ball, or like similar to infinite. I'm not really sure what she does. Maybe she consumes less of the energy whilst the crystal ball's active. But I'm not really sure here. Thief has disconnected.
Uh-oh.
That's a little bit of a problem.
Well, that's okay. He should be able to. Are they able to reconnect in this version, or?
I think so.
That should be okay then. We'll just let things play out for now. It's kind of the for fun exhibition match. Oh no, Wildling just got off his boar.
Thief's busy contemplating life if crystal ball was the right decision after all. And that's going to be a down here on the seer. The Wildling is looking very heavily at risk here. There is a beautifully placed butterfly, but I'm not sure if it's going to be... Oh, that's going to be not a stun. Okay, they did get pushed closer towards the Wildling. Wildling is going to get to that window in time, and that's a dash and a down on the Wildling. Entomologist has not been chaired yet, so I think this is going to be a win. Unless there's a flare gun. No flare gun. Okay, it looks like they're going to be put on the chair, and that's a slight flex there with the excitement. Maybe they were worried that something was going to happen.
Yeah, if you need to make sure, you need to make sure. It's the anti-bully one, so... It was a good attempt on Girl DM's part. She did manage to find the entomologist quite a few times. It's just like, having a prospector, even like just one harasser is already a big deal in the regular modes, but now you have to deal with two of them that are purposely harassing you the whole time, plus the third person who's like literally a kiter. So I can see how it can be quite difficult for the hunter to get around in this mode.
And we really empathize here with the thief. We understand how it feels. You know, Crystal Ball is very chaotic. You see some things that you never expected to see. You know, triple foggy blades. That would make anyone want to give up.
True. Unfortunately, the one counter to Jack is entomologist says if you have infinite bees versus infinite foggies, the bees are gonna win now in that situation.
Maybe someone in chat can tell us the exact buff the entomologist has. I can imagine it is kind of a less consumption of the bees whilst the thing is active or something. But yeah, it was definitely interesting to see. We did get to see that Ripper's triple foggy blades did consume more usage of the bees overall because, you know, that's one foggy blade plus the second one that should instantly get rid of the bees. But I guess the foggy blades missed, or some of them missed, meaning that it only took one hit. Very well done there by the survivor team. Sorry, by the enemy king. So the way this was our first crystal ball. Well,
Yeah, it was I think it
well
was Soul's first crystal ball too. There was a lot of people first. It was just a for fun match. I was hoping not to give out a couple of extra points as a like thank you for participating. Unfortunately, it was a little rougher than I expected, but you know, it's you live and you learn. We try to make do with what we got. Life gave you the lemons, right? We're lemonading right now.
yeah, that's true. It was chaos, and I think that's why this mode is a lot of fun to do. You don't want to play this mode competitively because I don't know if it's really balanced. I'm not really sure what the meta game is for Crystal Tarot mode, but it's something that you can do occasionally, and these weird and wacky things do happen. You need to be aware that hunters are going to be bullied a ton unless they know the game mode more than you do. In that case, they will bully you a ton because
True.
they know everything that's going to happen.
But
Especially with team compositions with like Seer that can take multiple hits. It's a little bit of a pain for newer hunters in this mode to play, I would say.
yes, GG's to both teams. Thank you guys so much for participating, and thank you to my wonderful mods for being a part of this little extra event that we have going. I don't really know what's going on with Team C right now, but it seems like they have gotten back to me. We'll take a little short break now. Our next scheduled match isn't for another about 25 minutes. So we'll take a quick 20-minute break as I get this thing sorted out, and then we'll get our next matches going right away. Sound good?
Oh, yeah, it does. Ria has just explained the entomologist buff.
Oh.
If you want to read it in the chat.
Crystal Ball is after her bees get hit, reduced by 50%. After reusing the circling swarm, the number of hits it can take is reset. That's kind of crazy. That's a little broken. you do have infinite bees.
Essentially. Guess. Okay, everyone, enjoy the 20-minute break. Go and get something to eat. Go and get yourself some water. Make sure to hydrate and put tons of hearts in chat for Hikaru for hosting all of this event. It is great to see community tournaments. I think it gives a lot of people a lot of things to aspire to. So yeah, thank you so much, Hikaru, for hosting all this. And we'll see you,
thank you
after this short intermission.
Yep. I'll be right back, you guys. Put the music back on.
Yes.
And to answer your question, I'm not participating in the tournament myself. For one, this is the beginner bracket, so I definitely wouldn't qualify for my own section. And the second part is I don't believe it is it's good standing for the organizer to also participate, as it could create some imbalances. So I am just a mere spectator at this point. Let me get some of this. Let me get the picks in the map really quick, and then I will be right back.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind talking to chat. Chat, come back from wherever you were. I'm sure you guys were getting some popcorn. You were getting some food. We are back again, and we've got a match that should be pretty exciting to see. We've already seen some very interesting matches where it's been very one-sided, but that's just mostly because a lot of these players are seeing the map selection for, well, not the first time, but they're relatively new to it. And that does change the game. But this is a feature that we might expect for all tiers in the future. So we do need to learn how to play around with it. It gives a lot of control to players. And so picking characters that complement your spawn points, making sure that your decoder, if you have a decoder, spawns in a strong kiting area and in an area that won't corner them off from the rest of the team is very important. Team D, please report to the Discord, says Sol. But yeah, I'm not really sure what we can expect from Team SZ or Z, as Hikaru says. Different parts of the world. But yeah, I'm sure that they'll bring along some interesting characters. In mid tiers, we can see almost anything. In high tiers, you usually see the same kind of culprits, meta characters. But in mid tiers, you might see a lot of geisha. You might see a lot of, I don't know, and disciple, because disciple is a very consistent character in this tier. You often see characters like Nightwatch, as he's a little bit easier to play, but opera singer, it's a little, there are people that have mastered her in this tier, but there aren't that many of them. And it's been a long time since we've seen any of the older meta hunters, such as Breaking Wheel and Sculptor being like mid tiers, I think. Those characters are played a little less than
That's true.
the more popular characters.
And it's not always like that. You need the meta characters to do well in games. I've seen a lot of Nightmares that do well, even though he's kind of a weaker hunter. It's all about like who you spend your time into learning the different timings, different strategies for unique characters. Because all hunters are relatively unique. And if you're like a one trick, I don't know, like Bloody Queen or something, you can do like really well compared to like an opera singer who's never played opera singer before, even though she's like the strongest hunter. So yeah, there's all these things to consider.
So yeah, how those kind of things work is if you are a really, really good Hellember, you can defeat the majority of players, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that Hellember is the strongest hunter. How meta works is it's the most effective tactic, right? So these are the characters that win more consistently overall. They are what are considered to be the highest winning characters, the ones that will guarantee you the most. But if you have a speciality, you can play insanely well and maybe even better than a person who's playing a meta hunter because you are a specialist in that kind of character. So yeah, like as Hikaru said, like playing Nightmare to a high level, you can destroy really good players. Does that mean he's like an insanely strong character? No, but you are someone who's mastered that character and is commendable and definitely is valuable.
Okay, it looks like the teams are almost ready. We're just waiting for a couple more of the SC members to get into the Discord chat. Currently, we're having moderators sit in the survivors chat just to make sure everything is hunky-dory. In case there's any like external communication that's happening, we can be there to monitor that. And looks like we're just waiting on two more people, Tuzi and Leo, and then we'll be ready to go. Currently, we do have the map selected is Chinatown, and there's one survivor band, and that survivor was... I should know this. Perfumer. Perfumer was banned.
Again, another Perfumer band.
It was the same band as last time. Right. The first
Yeah,
time it was
from the
actually...
same hunter.
Right. The very first one that they banned, though, was... I think it was Seer. And now it's a Perfumer band, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But Perfumer is actually quite strong on Chinatown. There's a lot of like there's a couple of wonky spaces. Her strongest spots are two-story areas. So
yeah, she can drop down. That's a good point. The thing is, as we mentioned before, she does feed presence. That's kind of one of the downsides of her abilities. And currently, there are a lot of hunters that benefit from that. Two stories, great, but this hunter must just have some personal beef with perfumers, I think, because I think there are a lot of characters that could, like Toy Merchant, can benefit more from a two-story than perfumer can, for example, right? And I would consider Toy Merchant to be a little bit more useful to team than a perfumer and a little bit more competitive. And I know that we just talked about you can master characters and stuff like that. But if we're talking from like a competitive standpoint, Toy Merchant has more usefulness in a match, right? She can kite on her own, but she
Yep.
can also just assist teammates as well. That is something that is very useful if you're playing in a VC with your teammates.
Yeah, those catapult lineups, they can be devastating, like pretty much game changing if you have one where the hunter doesn't expect. Because if you know the lineup, like some that can propel you in through the birdcage and hospital one, or like onto the boat from Lakeside. There's a lot of really crazy lineups you can do with that. And you know, we should do a tier list sometime, Phoenix, you and I together, of like who we think the most OP survivors are. My list needs to be updated.
You're gonna give me more like the high tier perspective. I'll give you the what I see and what I understand. Yeah, but yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Because like a lot of things sound OP, but like in practice, like they're so hard to execute that it's not even worth it.
Yes, I famously made a massive mistake before Weeping Clown was released, because when he was announced, I wasn't aware of how counterable his rockets were. He seemed to me like a very consistent forward kind of character.
Right.
Yeah. I thought he wasn't going to be as good as forward, but close to, because he seemed like just an instant press a button and you can go forwards really quickly kind of character.
Right.
Everything counters his rocket. So
yeah.
that's what I wasn't aware of.
Not only is it like not as quick, but he also has like a pretty sizable decoding debuff. Like it's not that big, but it's big enough to be annoying. And he's also like he's pretty slow. Like that rocket is not as quick as you think it is. Like if you're Breaking Wheel, Geisha, Undead, like literally any hunter that has a gap closer is gonna like knock you out of it. Even like Bonbon can bomb you off of it. If you take a chip damage, you're also knocked off. Like it's just not very good. But it's like, whoa, 3 rockets that could stun and propel me? That sounds crazy, but it's not.
Yeah, that was my thought originally. Yeah, it was like this is just the next forward. He has been buffed enough now that I think he's actually quite good now. I wouldn't say he's like high tier, but like if you play him, you can do pretty well with him right now. They've increased his turn radius, so they've made it so he's more viable. And if you've seen some good Weeping Clown players, you do get to see his potential, right?
Right.
He is played in tournaments, in more like kind of competitive tournaments, in the later rounds as a substitute for some kind of other higher tier characters, you could say. He is consistent enough to play nowadays, but when he was first released, yeah, he was. I famously got grilled in the comments because of that. It's like fair enough. I also was someone who thought Clerk wasn't going to be as good as she was. My point was less that because I wasn't aware that she was able to block cipher machines for as long as she was.
Yeah, she's kind of spicy.
Yeah.
So when she first came out, I thought it was like this was the most unique hunter I've ever seen, because like DBD is like nowhere close to that. Actually, the game is just getting started, so I'm gonna switch scenes really quick. It is going to be another night. Oh, sorry, this is let me change the scene really quick. I've got to fix it, but it is going to be a Night Watcher.
So Night Watcher is an interesting character. Again, very, very strong character at the moment. He's very consistent against all tiers because he's just has such great chase potential. On this map, he's especially good because you have massive open areas, so no kind of small areas for survivors to kind of escape his vacuum cleaner abilities.
That's true, and they do have 2 really incredibly meta survivors right now, Priestess and Mercenary. Gardner's kind of a niche pick. Psychologist is pretty, she's meta, but like,
solid.
Yeah, Priestess on this map is gonna like, if you know the lineups, it's a little doomed. But well, let's see how he plays it.
I'm curious to think to understand why they chose Gardner. Like, is she just there to kind of survive longer at the beginning? Again, it feels like this team might be going for, once again, another kind of long survival kind of team. They're not looking to kind of get cipher machines done quickly or to kite even. They're just looking to survive and take as many hits as possible. Okay, moving on from the Mercenary towards what looks like the Psychologist here. No, it's a Priestess, sorry. Does not see where the Priestess is and is going around the long way through the tea shop, but they're gonna get caught again.
Oh, he gets the hit off before she's able to place the portal down. That's -1 portals for the priestess. She still uses anyways. And again, it's really important to look out for that little red light that they usually have in front of them, because it tells you, like, is he gonna coming around the corner anytime soon? It's the little red light plus the little sound cues, you know, like the heartbeat and stuff like that. You always want to keep track of that.
Yeah, I think the heartbeat was the most important thing there. I think they might not have had their headphones on. That is a down, and we do get to see confined space on that window. The Survivors team really needs to pull that out, because that can be very important here in later Kite in the late game. That's going to be the first down at 5 Cypher machines. The Priestess did not kite long enough. That is, you know, difficult to do against the Nightwatch, and since Nightwatch has already got first presence, it's not looking too good for the team. But they do have a consistent rescuer coming in, and that is Mercenary. Hopefully he does not get hit on the way in. I think he's going to get to the window in time. That could have been a problem if that was a Terror Shock there.
Yeah, that was his third pad too, because he used one to escape right off the start of the game. And oh wait, no, he had one more pad. Wait a second, did I count wrong? He gets the free rescue off of Priestess, and there she goes. She gets hit right off the bat, though. She's going to be going down. There's 20 seconds of Tide. You want to make sure you don't give away too much presence to the Hunter, because if he hits you 2 more times, he's going to get full presence. And full presence Nightwatcher is kind of terrifying, so you
I would
gotta be
like
careful.
to ask a quick question.
Yeah.
I see that Nightwatch has excitement. Is he just excitementing for portals?
Good question. I mean, there's other things you could use excitement on. I've seen people use excitement to walk through pallets, like purposely stun them. Yeah, you can use it in that way as well, but it's really a rare occasion to try and make that work.
Yeah, it's interesting that they didn't go for something like Blink here. It feels like it would be a more consistent against kind of a team that doesn't really have much kite potential. They have to kind of rely on windows and walls. It looks like we've got 2 people coming in for the rescue here. One of them is distracting whilst the other on rescues. That is the Gardener. I don't really know what the strategy is with having the Gardener. Oh, here we go. We get to see excitement, and that is a hit on the Gardener. Nice body block, giving Priestess a ton of time. She must have another portal by now that she should use just to kind of extend the kite. Even if he just wastes it, I think it's important just to extend this enough for one person to decode. We did see 2 people rescue though, so those people weren't decoding.
That's true, and they're actually doing a really good job of body blocking right now. It's very difficult to body block against the Nightwatcher, and he's doing a really good job at chasing. This is the about the level of Manticore that I was expecting. Like the chase is, I mean, it's doing a really good job being done on both sides to keep the Conjure occupied. Because even though they're at 3 ciphers, this kite has been going on for like probably 2 or 3 minutes by now. So she did go down with 1 portal left. Unfortunately, this is her last chair. Survivors have 2 ciphers left. They're both being worked on. One's almost done actually, so they're in a pretty good position to tie right now.
I'm also just paying attention to the Survivors' Persona Web traits. Do Mercenary and Psychologist have no Persona Web traits, or is that just my game bugging out?
I mean, Mercenary definitely used Tide. And I'm
just use them up, maybe. Maybe he doesn't have borrowed time? But then it's bugged out.
It might just be bugged for you. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Hit on the Psychologist had Stress Bubble was already used up previously. We've got Mercenary running towards the Hunter. Oh, the last Cypher machine. I didn't realize it was primed. It seemed close to being primed, but not primed.
Right, and he doesn't have detention on this Hunter. That's a really interesting choice. And the Mercenary is by this hatch too. Like, he does get down here, but no detention Nightwatcher, plus he's being shared next to the hatch, and there's 2 survivors running around on both doors. This is a really interesting situation here. I never thought we'd get this intense.
And this is why I was a little confused to see Excitement, because he does not have Trump card, and so that means he has to manually go all the way to the exit gate. That gives plenty of time for them to open the gate. I'm pretty sure, even though it's not open yet, it will soon to be open. There it is. The Gardener is able to leave, but she decides not to. This is really risky. I guess they do know that there was no detention, so they might be able to take a hit, but against the Nightwatch, you want to be careful you don't get kind of vacuum cleaned out of the exit gate last second.
Oh, there's the excitement. Yes, sir. That's how you use that skill. But yeah, it's very rare for that to happen. He is using the vacuum cleaner. That's exactly what you were talking about right there, where you don't want to get vacuum cleaned out the door like that. It's very, very, very risky to play a game like that. And she is going to get chaired. He wants to take her as far away from the door as possible. That way, if she does get rescued, that she can't just like run straight out the door.
Exactly. It also puts the rescue at risk, but she is gonna struggle through the like literally last second. Struggling is not a myth; it is a real thing. It looks like she's gonna get around the bush and probably will get to the window. Oh no, she gets to the pallet though, but she does not drop it in time. He has such a fast animation; it's very difficult to drop a pallet, but she did not do it anyway. The fact that Psychologist is still sticking around is still very risky, as I mentioned before. It only
Right.
takes one vacuum cleaner ability for you to get hit.
Right, he's vacuuming. He's hitting those shots. Like they're all getting sucked in, whether they want to or not. And you know, it's still looking like a pretty good tie position. It's not like he has detention or anything for the survivors to work on, so they could be coming back. But they decide to opt out for the tie, and that's going to be a 2K.
I think the Gardener definitely should have just left when she had the chance. Having that bubble is, yeah, it's a great ability, but it only lasts for 6 seconds, and, you know, you're not going to make it back to the exit gate in that time, especially if you're, like, pulled away from the exit gate. So I think they should have just left that. That was a small mistake. I understand that they were probably waiting for their teammates to, like, you know,
Right.
get out or to rescue the priestess or something like that. No, sorry, to rescue the other teammate, but I think it was way too risky, especially against these kind of hunters.
Right. I completely get it though. Like if you don't see a detention on the hunter, you can usually just take the hit and run out. That probably would have been the best play. But like, you know, that vacuum cleaner ability, it's really, really strong to catch you off guard, I guess. And Gardner can't move when she's trying channeling that bubble for, I think you gotta channel it for 4 seconds, 3 or 4 seconds. So it makes you an easy target.
Yeah, the problem was that she kind of went to the exit gate after taking the hit and then stood still, bubbled up, and then walked back out of the exit gate and then got vacuum cleaned or sucked out.
Right.
That was kind of the problem. I think she should have just left after she got that hit. You know, fair enough, she wasted some time for the hunter. She did very well not to get terror shocked on that pallet. She had some, maybe that was just an accident that she didn't get terror shocked, but maybe she was just very patient and expected it to happen. So if that was her decision and she actually thought about that, well done. That's a difficult thing to do on the fly. Yeah, there was definitely a couple of mistakes made there. Priestess being found early game usually spells disaster for the hunter.
Mm-hmm.
But what went wrong there?
You know, I think a lot of people think Priestess is like the meanest and the hardest one to catch, but she's actually not that hard to catch if you're chasing her. If she's like your first oh, sorry, one of the lobby just gets set. Did you get disconnected?
I left.
Oh, okay.
I left.
Got it. Yeah, so like Priestess is a really annoying character to deal with as a support character. When you're chasing her, she's not that bad to deal with because if she puts a portal down, you can just go through the portal yourself. There's nothing really stopping you from going there. It's when she's putting down the portals left and right that are already set up. Like when you have 3 of them lined up in a row, plus you have her body blocking for you the entire way, that's when it starts to get confusing. Priestess is more or less, she doesn't really have really good vaulting speed. She doesn't have really good decoding speed. She heals pretty quickly, but if you just keep the pressure on her the entire time, she's going to be able to catch you. Or the hunter's going to be able to catch you pretty easily. She's not that quick. And it's not like she really has a lot of harassment to work with too. So chasing Priestess first, definitely a really good choice. There weren't a lot of other good options to go with in the first place. So kudos to the hunter.
I think one of the issues was that she got found and then I think maybe this could have been due to the fact that they were in VC, right? That maybe they were talking over each other, but she wasn't listening to the heartbeat cue and then got kind of walked into the hunter, right?
Right.
If she was, I believe that was her. If she had just been more patient, waited to see which side the hunter was coming from, maybe even used the portal to go straight through into one of the 2 shops, you know, the tea shop or the sculpture shop, then yeah, she probably would have been able to kite a lot longer, but she made a mistake there and kind of ran straight into the hunter that gave an early hit to the on the priestess that of course ruined the rest of the kite there because she didn't have as many tools to use, and one of the portals was also cancelled.
Right.
That was problematic.
You gotta be really careful. Like losing a portal is like almost as bad as getting terror shocked because like those are your only kiting tools. Priestess has slow vaulting. I think it's not as bad as like a mechanic one, but it's definitely as slow as Doctors. So if you don't have those portals to work with and you're going down those long alleyways against a Night Watcher, it's going to be a hit. So you got to be careful with that. All right, we're
That is very
getting
true.
this first one. Are you able to? Do you want me to reinvite you or?
Isn't
Or
Damas
you?
taking over? Or I
Oh, I
think
thought it was after this set, but you meant after
oh,
this game.
I
It's okay. It's
prefer if
okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
it's
Well, thank you for
1
joining me
a.m. for
today.
me.
All right. Got it. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for being with us today, Phoenix. Everyone, make sure to check out Phoenix at his YouTube channel and Twitch channel. You want to plug yourself really quick?
You can find me by looking up Black Phoenix with double B at the beginning. I really do thank you for having me here. It's really fun to do tournaments. If you want to see this kind of content, I do commentary streams on my channel occasionally, but I think staying on Hikaru's channel is probably the best thing because he's more consistent at doing these kind of streams.
Thanks. That's
But yeah,
be Black Phoenix. Be black.
exactly. But thank you for the shout out. I really do enjoy being in these kind of things and participating in these kind of things. I want to do them more. So Hikaru, if you would have me back again, I would love to come back and do
Yeah.
more tournaments like this or more streams in general. I'm just terrible at collaborating.
I'll be sending out a few emails after this one to see if I can knock some sense into people. Haha, wink, wink. If it does become really successful, I'll definitely be hosting this tournament maybe biannually or annually to see how many people I can get interested. It's always good to have more attention on the game. Maybe they provide more funding for it, if I get any at all. And then we can go from there. So thank you once again. Everyone go check out Phoenix on his YouTube and his Twitch channel. And I will be getting Dalmas in here as my next shoutcaster.
Thank you for having me. I'll leave you to it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Give me 1 second, chat. I am just getting the map pick and the survivor band. And let me grab Dalmas. And if you can't make it for this one, that's okay. I can cast this one solo. I think Dalmas thought that this was going to be if he was going to here for the set, but that's completely all right. I'm okay with doing this next one. We'll see what happens though. I just might be a little AFK. There he is! Hello, Dalmas. How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Everyone, make sure to check
Sorry,
out
my
Dalmas
bad.
too. Is there 2 underscores in your name?
I'm here. I was working on homework.
I see.
Yeah.
Very important to get done.
Yo, nice matches. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that last one was really intense. Like it almost did. That's what I was saying. Like some griffins, they can be kind of scary, dude. And these guys are like mammoth too. So
you know the thing is, I feel like if you see high ranking matches and then low ranking matches can be wild because like high rankings they always use like a certain type of strategy while like low ranking is just do whatever you want. So it's like you never know what's gonna happen.
yeah, it's very like random. Like when we get to the next matches in the veterans bracket, they're like they know when you're coming around the corner from like the opposite corner. I don't know how they do it. It's kind of crazy. As a hunter, I don't even know how they do it. I'm terrified, dude. Sometimes it's just the perfect knowers. So
yeah, I don't know. Like it freaks me out when they are so good at guessing where like everybody's going.
Do you know which hunters profit?
Which hunter is what?
Prophet? I know that's a Chinese name for
Prophet?
someone. Yeah. There's no hunter named Prophet, right?
Wait,
no. Oh wait, no, that's a survivor
is
name.
there?
No, it's
okay, I
Seer?
was like, no, wait, what?
I think he's talking about Seer. That sounds like a Seer band.
Prophet?
Okay, yeah, it is Seer. So we got a Seer band.
It is Seer? Okay.
And it's gonna be Moonlit.
I just call him Owlman or Seer.
Yeah, the Owl Man.
I feel bad for that, but that's the only way I recognize him.
Alright, we're getting this show on the road.
Yeah, let's do this.
You know, I'm kind of curious. Like, it seems like this team is a full Chinese team from SC, and I'm not sure what it stands for, but they were doing their teamwork was really impressive. Like, you don't get that coordination from not playing with each other, because like I think a lot of lower ranked survivors, they typically don't remember to like when you rescue, you should body block, or if you know if someone's coming in on you, or like if the hunter's chasing one person, you got to send a second person in to rescue if they're too close. Like that kind of information.
Actually helping each other.
Yeah. That kind of information, like you kind of just learn as you play, but also like, you know, if you get that team coordination going on, it's really important to have as well.
No, for real. Because I seen so many times where like they just say you're on your own, and I'm like, oh damn, what happened to teamwork?
And like,
it's all about coordination.
Yep, I see a lot of comments like asking about the rules of this tournament being a little bit more lax. It's because it's the beginners tournament, and that's completely all right. This tournament's supposed to be for fun. If you guys want to be in the serious bracket, you got to fight the veterans. So I mean, it's kind of on you. But
veterans is gonna be way more stricter.
Yep. All right, we're getting into the first match. It's going to be a Bloody Queen on Moonlit. And she's quite the strong hunter. She's named the Tie Queen because of how many ties she can get. And it looks like she's running right into the Priestess. And as usual, a Priestess on big maps is a pain to deal with, but you know, if she's your first chase, you might be able to get her out early and she won't have to deal with those pesky portals anymore. And you know, Bloody Queen is actually really good against Priestess as well, since like you can mirror across the map as well, walking through walls and such.
Yeah, so like even if they use the portal, like with the distance they could use their mirror, like it wouldn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, Priestess is doing good.
Yeah, like she saw the distance between the mirror and where she could kite, and then she created another area where she could kite by opening up a portal there. All right, that was a great pallet stun on Priestess part.
That's nice pallet stun, yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Are you watching through the stream or are you watching through spectate?
I'm watching through the stream. You didn't invite me.
That was my mistake.
It's all good. It's all good. Like the next one.
Yeah. We saw like a really good switcheroo between the Bloody Queen and the Priestess, where she was getting kited like right between a pallet, but she switched to make her mirror image walk through that pallet, and she got a free hit on Priestess. So she's in a really good position to get a tie right here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's a knower. I mean, she could kind of clearly see him, right?
That was like, damn, like that was very well like spot on how they did that.
But you know, you could kind of see her very clearly. There's no obstacles for you to look through when there's like a tree in the way or something. So it's very easy for Bloody Queen to pick out like, oh, she's probably going to portal. Because you can see it. You can see it coming from a while away. And then,
yeah, like Mary, once she gets you on a tight spot, is very easy with her mirror. But like Priestess, Magical was doing an amazing job. In all honesty, like she was like moving Mary all over the place with her portals.
Right. Oh, there's a really good dog.
Rescue.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The postman.
Nice dog.
Right. The postman was coming from the side, and that's another thing that a lot of hunters need to be careful of, the double rescue from the side, because if you're not paying attention, you could get rescued snuck up on you like that. And
Oh, nice portal.
Yeah, this is doing some really good portals right now. Oh, but the blink finally comes out and she gets the Priestess down.
It was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to say, this Priestess knows how to spot her portals like really well.
Right. It's the strongest item in the game for sure. They're at one cipher now, but it is a cipher that Bloody Queen can protect with her mirror. As long as she just keeps her mirror kind of targeted towards that section, she might be able to pull off more than the tie here.
Let's see.
If she can scuff this rescue. Oh, he crouched down to kind of fake the rescue. Oh, that was such a close terror shock. Oh my gosh, it's the last second. Yeah. Just get the double hit. There will be a double down, but she's got to be careful. If that last cipher gets popped, it's going to be big trouble. Because there's going to be 4 survivors running around. So she does opt to go and protect that cipher. Let's see what she tries to do here. Maybe she'll change targets, but she cannot leave the cipher at this point. Batter does go down, and actually the Priestess is staying right next to him. She's healing up the Batter. If she can... maybe if the Bloody Queen is able to mirror onto the target and down them both again, it would be drawable. But right now, it's not looking to be a very good position for her. She's got to protect the Cypher. She's a single hit hunter, and the Cypher sounds primed.
Ooh. Where is the other Cypher? Oh, it's on the other side. Okay.
Mm-hmm. They're all kind of hovering around this one, so it's going to be pretty difficult for them to try and complete another one that hasn't been started yet.
Nobody's touching the other Cypher, right?
It doesn't look like it, not at the moment. I think the Bloody Queen has caught whiff that they're trying to start another one, but she's within range to protect all 3 Cyphers at the same time with her mirror. She's got to manage those cooldowns, because it's, I believe, like 18 seconds for her to be able to mirror every single time. And she did trump to teleport already, so she's positioning herself like... She's kind of saying like, oh, I know I'm probably going to get a tie here. I'm just going to play for that tie.
Yeah, because like they're actually it's very good teamwork. Because like right now, like Unicorn and the others, they're really doing a great job distracting. Ooh, go ahead. Distracting Queens so they can focus on working on a different Cypher.
That was a really good mirror too, and as you can see, they just pinged that the Cypher is primed at 88%. Well, I mean, it's going to get primed by the time the batter makes his way over here. I think she knows.
This seems like a tough one. Yeah, she knows. 100% she knows.
Yeah, this last chase is going to be really, really important for her. She's aiming for at least a tie here, so that the scoreboard is even up between SZ and AFK. Batter here doing the she did manage to get it before half, and she got a hit on the batter. So now she just kind of has to play for the late game. Hopefully she's able to get it down here before that Cypher is popped, but you know, if she gets pallet stunned, or if she even if she hits him, it's pretty bad. She's got to hold that mirror until the Cypher pop. There's the hit, and there's the Cypher pop. Now she's got to use that mirror to try and kind of hit down the Composer before they're able to escape. There's a long portal going out for the Priestess. Oh no, she's gonna go to the other side of the map at this point.
Dude, that's why Priestess are so freaking dangerous. No,
exactly. But she caught it out with her mirror. That's...
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's still drawable. Both the Priestess and the Composer have been found in the same location. And the only door that's open is on the other side of the map. And I don't think Priestess has... Oh, she has one portal to work with.
Yeah.
Composer is...
It's gonna be the second chair for Composer.
He's actually dead. And she has teleport!
Oh, crap.
I forgot. You gotta be careful, though. The Priestess does know where the hatch is. They walked over it twice. And Bloody Queen knows exactly where Priestess is. She doesn't have any portals to work with. It's a race to the hatch.
Priestess does know where it is, yeah.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be able to make it, though. It's close, but it's not that close.
She might be able to make it, yeah.
Yep.
She will.
She will. It was a very, very close match. It got really intense there towards the end. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Did amazing.
Yeah, we'll get you in this next match, Delmus. I'm sorry. You were seeing on like a 3-second delay.
No worries. It's okay. I was like, oh, bet.
I completely forgot about that part. But yeah,
it's so good.
that last match was really, really intense. The Bloody Queen had a lot of really good mirrors, but you know, being a single hit hunter, when your chase is really strong, and if your chase is really strong, like your camping is typically okay. And her camp was like, it was unfortunate that she didn't hit a mirror, but you know, that's kind of just the luck of the draw. Depending on like where they spawn, which ciphers they decide to complete. Bloody Queen is all about those kinds of positioning and minor details that determine like, can I block off this cipher enough to create a 2K or 3K?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get the invites going out for game 3.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, both teams did amazing, honestly. Like,
yes. I
mean, my respects to all Marys, because like, I don't know how like they do the whole mirror thing. I tried and I suck at it. That's
true. Like I'm not very good with the mirrors either. That's why I don't really play her. It doesn't feel good when like you have to like match the left and right. Well, hold on, I got a C's coming on. Ah, excuse me. Are you online right now, Thomas? I don't see you.
I am online, yeah.
Hmm. I gotta go through my friends list like multiple times. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I just scrolled through my list twice.
Yeah, no, I see you. I see you online. It says in here. I can even invite you.
Oh, I see you. I see you. I got you.
Okay. All right.
Is there no break? So to that question, there is not really a break in between these games because the matches happen really quickly. Like the survivors go once and then the hunter goes. So that kind of is already a break for them unless they're doing dual faction. In which case no break. Let's get this match set up. Let's hop into the spectator slot.
Oh.
And then we'll add. Oh, that's gonna bug me. There we go. The beeping sound for switching.
Oh.
SC, and then the hunter is going to be from Unicorn. In the veterans bracket, like, so it usually goes like team 1 hunts. There's 5 people on the team, right? So 4 survivors are playing at a time, and the hunter's not playing. So that's kind of their break. And then the hunter plays, and then the 4 survivors get their break. So that's kind of like a break between people. Got Lacardian, and then we'll get the SZ team. They're going once more.
You got rated.
Oh, did I? Yo, Polaris, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. I want to be fair and like to say hi to all the raiders and stuff like that, but when I'm hosting a tournament like this, I try to keep it professional and stuff. I can't find. Oh, here they are. Let me just message them, see if they're in here. Okay. Okay, so for round 2, we're going to have. Oops, I keep hitting the English one room. We're doing the picks and bans right now. Do you mind keeping chat entertained for a little bit, Dalmas, while I take care of this?
Sure. I'm kidding. How's everyone doing? Hopefully all of you guys are having a good time in the tournament. You know. How many of you guys participated in the questions? Damn, those questions were hard, not gonna lie. I don't know nothing about the story, I just play the game.
Oh, true.
I didn't even knew Perfumer had a twin.
Didn't you watch her like SS tier skin movie?
No, that's the thing. I started playing like 2 years ago. Like no, like I sometimes don't know what the hell is going on in the game. I just play the game.
Yeah, you should watch some of their media. It's actually really entertaining.
I started watching recently. I really liked it. It's very messed up, not gonna lie. Like it looks super adorable, but like yeah, I don't know who's coming up with the lore. That's fun times. But yeah, I'm excited to see the next matches. Let's see how that's gonna go.
It looks like they're not paying attention to chat right now. I'm trying to get a map pick from them. Oh, sorry, I messaged the wrong person.
You're like, okay, bet.
There we go. It's okay.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
we're scheduling some. That's why we schedule extra time. So, the next round that's supposed to start. Let's see what this started at 6 o'clock. So, did they tell you that, or did you pick that?
No, I was joking. Don't listen to that. We can always. Whose team is turn is to pick right now?
Okay, it's hospital band.
Hospital? Okay. Oh, hospital band.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's hospital pick. Sorry, the hospital map is picked. There's no map bans for round 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, that's on the veterans, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So currently the Bunnicorn's team is in the lead right. Or wait, no. Yeah, they had.
Wait, you have a hand?
Huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bunnicorn's team did have a 2K the first round, but they had one SC had 3 escapes. So currently SC is ahead by 1 point.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Mercenary got banned. 1 Hunter banned.
Oh. Wait, you have a hand cam? Redeem?
I do, but it's very expensive. You'll never be able to afford it.
You know what? I'm gonna stop spending my points.
You'll never be able to afford it, even if you start saving now.
I have 50 grand right now.
It's like 200 grand. It's 250 grand.
It's fine.
We
should like all put our points together.
Oh, that's true. That should be the community goal.
Oh yeah, that's a community goal. Yeah. Guys, do a community goal. You want to see his hand. We had a 3-man and they had tie. I think it's the other way around. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Did I say that wrong? SC was surviving last game, so they had 3 escape. Wait, was that wrong? I did have it all the way. You know what?
Saying that it's the other way
Okay,
around.
yeah. I was wrong. I was wrong. Sorry. it's SZ or a Bunnicorn's team is up right now by 1 point.
Bana. Your turn, Bana.
Yeah, we got one more survivor banned. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to communicate through 2 different channels, so currently we're looking for one more survivor band. The current survivor band is Mercenary. We're on Hospital, and the Hunter band is Night Watch. Oops. Oh, we're still waiting on 2 people to ready up. Oh, one more person? But we need one more survivor band.
Oh, one more survivor band?
Yeah. I don't see it in the chat.
They're probably thinking about it.
Yeah. We'll give him a sec. You know,
it still has 73k points.
It does matter. Like there's a lot of survivors that are really annoying on this map. Like you wouldn't think Priestess is, but like I've seen Priestess, if they know how to set up their portals, they can port from the back side all the way to the front side of Hospital and then through the other like left side. I don't know how they do it, but they can do it, and it's kind of nuts. So Perfumer.
Yeah, it's the positioning. Perfumer.
Perfumer. This is actually one of Perfumer's stronger maps because of that.
Yeah.
That's drop down. There's so many drop downs inside the Hospital as well.
Stunners are very good on this map.
Right. Oh, I thought it was bugged. No, we're good. Here we go. Actually, we'll keep it on the tournament scene for just a little longer so they don't see who the Hunter picks. Night Watcher is banned, so it's not Night Watcher.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I do love the skin he was wearing. Damn, I wish I had that S-tier skin.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we poor?
Which one?
Oh, the one that Nightwatch has, the S-tier.
Oh yeah, no,
it's such a pretty skin.
I don't roll on limited S tiers. Those are way too expensive.
I know, right?
Like the amount of money I budget for like to spend on games, I never think I would spend it on skins, but you know, and especially not these skins. Like
I totally understand.
It's way too expensive.
When I started playing this game, I was like, the only thing I'm gonna spend money on is the pass for the dices.
Yeah.
And that's a lie. I ended up I spent a lot of money on this game.
So it's gonna be a Wu Chang, and they started a priestess in the hospital, a lawyer in the backside. Yeah, this team is really, really strong. They're picking a lot of really meta survivors right now. Let's see how this goes.
But at the same time, Wu is a very strong like hunter on this map, thanks to his umbrella. We'll see.
Yep.
Especially because, like, doesn't matter if they do, like, a long-distance portal, like, Wu can catch up really quick.
Right. He's going immediately after Lawyer.
Ooh,
And he finds him right off the bat as well.
damn.
I mean, you kind of know where they are based on the spawn location, so there's not a lot of places you can rotate into. It's best not to hide unless you are hiding in a spot that's like really out there. You know, you can hide from certain hunters that take too long to get to where you're at, but if you're Wuchang, you're kind of on top of them right at the start of the game with that umbrella.
I mean, Lawyer is doing a great job, like, making distance, and the others are, like, fully focusing on doing the ciphers. They're already at 50%.
Right. And he knows, like, he is looking back at the hunter to make sure that he's not throwing the umbrella at him. He dove back through that pallet just in time, and he's heading to a really strong location for himself as well. This location is really difficult for Wuchang.
Oh, Wuchang is changing targets? Yeah, he is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah,
Got hit.
for me, like, if you're Wuchang and you're trying to do something in that location, it's very, very hard to make that spot work.
Nice umbrella from Wu. Oh,
Yeah.
but got stunned immediately.
Yeah, I think he should still be able to catch this. Ooh! Excitement again! It's a really interesting build on his part. I didn't see what his other trait was, but, like, if you saw last time, he opted not to take trump card or detention. So, what... he looks like he has insolence here. And only insolence.
And Lawyer finish Enchantress Cypher for what it looks like. That was very well, you know, like, tag team right there.
He is on top of the first officer. Yeah, he triggered that pocket watch. Oh my gosh, no! The terror shock. That was really unfortunate timing.
Yeah. It was very well. Oh damn.
Yeah, he's getting these survivors left and right. It wasn't looking good at first. Oh,
No,
but
he was getting kind of for a good minute, but like, oh my god.
yeah, now there's a triple down for the hunter on SC. He's gonna one's down in the hospital. The other two are down pretty far away, but one of them might be able to get back up by the time he finishes chairing this enchantress. It is second chair, luckily enough for them. So
Oh, one of them is up. Oh, two of them are up. Nice. Okay, he's coming back. Let's see how they split on this. Huh.
yeah, he's going for that first officer, but it's very difficult to hit him with that pocket watch on. Oh, he catches a whiff of the priestess.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, gets that hit off before priestess is able to get to him.
It was well planned from the priestess and the officer, like trying to distract him, but like he got a whiff of it real quick.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like they
And
won't be
Lawyer
able to
is just-
rescue.
I mean, Lawyer's just going at it with the ciphers. He's doing his freaking role very well.
Yeah,
Oh, crap.
but he's on to the lawyer right now. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't see him. They're starting.
Does that cipher work on, by any chance?
I can't really tell. There's no like.
Yeah.
I know there's a spectate feature that kind of lets you, but not here.
You can smell it. Yeah, he has a tinnitus somewhere around there.
Yeah, it doesn't know where the lawyer is just yet. Oh, looks like he finally
he's
saw
on.
him. It looks like
round 2, Lawyer against Wu.
right. And it's kind of difficult to rescue against Black Wu if he uses his belt. What you want to do is like you want to hit him before you use the belt, and then bell him when he gets to the chair. But oh, he gives him the loop around.
Going for the rescue.
Unfortunately, lawyer cannot get terror shocked here. It's not a tied lawyer. He changed targets onto the lawyer. No, he's back on the priestess
Going
right
back to
now.
Priestess.
He's trying to stop the pop, actually, from the cipher. He's trying to do a lot of
Doing great
things.
distance there. Oh,
Mhm.
oh, just got hit.
And that is
First
priestess.
officer. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that is priestess' last chair, so she will be going back to the manor. But first officer has been chugging away at that cipher for a long time. And he just popped it.
Pop.
Oh my gosh, this lawyer's not running he's not running the thing, and he's not running detention either. These are a lot of really unique builds out here.
These are interesting builds, yeah. I mean, you don't see often hunters like without without it.
Right.
especially on the lower tiers.
Especially the single hit hunters too. Like, I would have thought that the tension is almost essential on Wuchang, but you know, it's all according to your playstyle. If you have a style that doesn't really fit that, then hey, you don't need it.
Most of the time, I see that like running with breaking wheels, or you know, like you said, like characters that do like more than one hit.
Right. This lawyer's doing a really good job at kiting. First officer might be able to get out here, but I think it's a little doomed for lawyer. You know, if he had this lawyer didn't have borrowed time, so he didn't heal up. As you can see, he has the what is this called? The broken pallets or broken windows and flywheel. I don't think I saw him use the flywheel though.
I don't think so, no. But I have to say, like that lawyer was a great kiter.
Yeah, he did a really good job there. You know, Wuchang doesn't have a lot of chasing abilities because he was using my favorite skin, the Lu Guang and Shen Jiaxi. But yeah, that was a really good show on both parts.
I have to say that's the difference between like, yeah, you can use a character that helps you kite better, like stunts and stuff like that, but like if you know how to rock kite, doesn't matter what character you are, you can do an amazing job for your team. And that's what lawyer was doing. He was just rock hiding. He was not using well, he doesn't have abilities to do anything to it.
Right. And you want to get into those strong areas as well. The areas he was in was considered weak, except for that very first area back by the ruins area. This is really difficult if you're a hunter, try to get a hit on there, and all the stuff is up. And then plus he's got the map, so you got perfect vision on that hunter at all times. Lawyers has become like, he used to be like the worst, but now he's kind of one of the best.
Let's see what it's gonna be now.
Yes, sir. Let me move us back to the spectators or tournament stream, and then I will get these invites going out.
Nah, it's alright. Don't worry about it. You got a little bit sick?
No, I'm feeling okay. It's just I had the COVID vaccine like 2 days ago, so I mean I'm mostly better now, but like
it kind of like put you down a little bit.
Yeah, so we're moving on to game 4 or set 2 right now, and we got to get these invites going out. I'm inviting both the team captains right now. It'll be Bunicorn inviting.
Bana.
Let's see. Are we still on schedule right now? Do you know?
Let me double check. Right now it's 6:38. Let me double check the schedule.
Where's the next one go?
Tournament stuff. Okay, so right now it's 6:39. What match? We're supposed to do match 4 right now, right? Or no, was it? Or is it supposed to be match 5? It's match 5, right? Actually.
No, this is round 4 or set.
Oh, this is round 4.
Yeah, so there should be one after this one. So
I see it. So I mean, technically we're right on time. Actually, a little bit early, cause, or actually, are we? Let's see.
5:45. Oh, we got till 7 o'clock. We got time.
Yeah,
And this is the last game.
Ahead of time. We got 20 minutes.
That's perfect.
This is the last game.
You know, I'm glad I scheduled myself a little bit of time to take a break because I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs.
No, don't worry.
All right, so we got the hunter in. Let me get these bands of picks. Oh, Lakeside?
Yeah, the link click for the skin for Wu, like that's my favorite skin. I mean, it's the only skin that well, actually I have like 2 for him, but like that's my favorite one. Especially the accessory for him. It's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like the link. Like, did you watch season 2 of it yet?
I have not actually. I was gonna wait for a friend that we were gonna watch it together. If you could pick a crossover of an anime, which one would you pick?
Season 2 link click.
Oh, you
link click again.
How about one that they haven't done though?
One they haven't. I have to find something that like works well with them.
I mean, to be honest, for me, I would 100% go with Jujutsu Kaisen. I would die for that. I mean, that's just personal.
I think that would actually work out too. Like,
Right? I think it will work out pretty fine. They could be like enough hunters or survivors, either one they want to pick for skins. I'm excited about XX Holic though. I'm a huge fan of that. So
I heard of that. I've never actually seen the series before, but like the characters look interesting.
are you familiar with Sakura Card Captor?
Yeah, I heard that was getting a collab as well.
So the author of that later on created an anime called Suvesa Chronicles, which is Sakura Card Captors but in the freaking multiverse.
Hmm.
And XX Holic is one of those worlds actually. They made a whole anime about it. So it's from the same creator.
Okay.
Which
Uh,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, let's see who they ban in.
It looks like the two bans are Priestess and Seer for the Hunter, and the map pick
Ooh.
is Hospital as well, and the ban's on Ripper.
Oh.
So Ripper ban, map pick is Hospital, and bans are Priestess and Seer. Ready up when ready. Looks like we're good to go. I'm kind of curious as to who they're going to be picking for the Hunter. Hold on, let me move my stream to the other window really quick. I just need to make sure that things are running smoothly on this side so that I don't, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No worries, no worries. I'm excited about this match.
Yes, area selection is on.
Mm.
Oh, I gotta change the hospital. Oops. There we go.
Yeah,
I forgot to
yeah,
hit the
okay.
blanky buttons.
Yo, I forgot like two times when I was doing that one, like on mine, and I felt so bad. We had to exit the whole game and like restart it.
It happens. I forget because it's just like I feel like they should just do it at the selection screen rather than here.
Right? I agree. Yeah.
All right, it is underway.
Good luck to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this goes.
The last bout. We'll do the point calculation afterwards, and then we'll post the final standings of the end of the day. But don't pay too close attention to the standings at the end of the day because it, you know, I think Team B is going to be playing three times, I guess, at the end of today, whereas some teams only play once. So there will be 3 games tomorrow. We're going to delay it since Team C has dropped out. There will only be 3 matches tomorrow. Teams D and E. Team A gets to play twice more. And then, yeah, there will only be 3 matches tomorrow. Twice from Team A, twice from Team D, and twice from Team E. And it was only Team B that had to play 3 times today.
Oh, all right, all right. Everyone should tune in tomorrow then.
Yeah, for the finale.
Let's see. Ooh, let's.
Mike, I did. Okay, Mike is not muted anymore. And it is a Bloody Queen again on Hospital. It's kind of one of the rougher maps for her, especially if you're trying to hunt in the middle. But you know, you pick your favorite hunter and you stick with it, and I admire that. I am of the same mind.
No, I totally get it.
You play what you love, and if you love it enough, it'll be good. If you can get those,
depends.
yeah.
No, I feel like you need at least like 3 hunters that you need to play well. In all honesty.
Right. There's some hunters that are better on certain maps, but if you're good at these mirrors, then like you're gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's actually really. You can make Bloody Queen work in this specific area just by walking your thing through all the walls.
Yeah, especially because it's very open space. You can move very freely in this map.
Mm-hmm. She's got her mirror in. Ooh!
Oh, damn.
A really early first hit on the entomologist, right through the bees too. It won't protect you from her mirror. And she doesn't look like she's switching over. Oh, no, she's switching over now.
She did switch over. No, she did not. No, you're right.
looks like there is a...
removed her beast very quick, so okay, that's nice.
They did take a hit right there, and this is a really awkward spot for her.
Oh.
She did miss a second time, but she does get the second hit onto Entomologist, and that's going to be a first down. The ciphers are only about 50%, and she gets an early hit on the barmaid. It's not looking good for the survivors right now, but you know, the survivor that was hit was a barmaid, and she self-heals. She's already chugging that doubling, and she can come back in for the rescue later.
Let's see. She's probably would be the one who's gonna rescue India. Oh wait, nope. Oh wait, is that Cowboy?
Yeah, I think Cowboy's headed over. Looks like barmaid's just gonna take off. And you know, that's perfectly okay too, because usually you want a little bit of a tide turner to go on the... Oh, they're going for a double rescue, actually.
Double.
Yeah, I think they realized that Kevin wasn't going to make it, so decided to just get another survivor on that to do a double rescue. Oh, barmaid does have tide. But she's finessed it around and managed to hit down the Ento. That's a second down on her. The timing was pretty good.
Way behind Shaq. Oh, okay, okay, I can see Cowboy. Okay, I know what you have in mind.
Can you hear that? That's the sound of doom. You want to be looking? Yeah, it's the doom sound.
Oh, I missed. Oh, they escaped.
Yeah.
That was a nice, solid rescue.
Right, from the Cowboy. Every hunter hates that sound. You just know Kevin's around the corner.
For real. Yo, every time I see Cowboys, they're so crazy. Like, rescuer-wise and kiter-wise. Like, holy crap.
Yeah. Oh, but she does get the blink to hit the entomologist off from the second floor. She's using the last of her bees to try and mess with the Bloody Queen, but it's not going to buy you a ton of time. There's probably, like, as we can see, there's, like, maybe 1 or 2 seconds left on those bees, but it's more than enough to force out, like, a fake hit on the hunter to try and get rid of the rest of them.
Yeah. Every second counts.
Mm-hmm.
2 ciphers are about... Well, 1 cipher's about to be done. Or... They're going for the rescue now.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Cowboy is going to come in for it, and he is... I don't know if he has tide or not, but... Oh, he does. He does have tide turner. If he does get this rescue off, he might... Oh! Oh, that was almost a terrorist shock.
That's scary for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, there was that last chunk of bee that I was talking about. He's going to try to...
Ooh, body block!
Yeah, the mirror actually latched onto the Cowboy instead of the Ento, but it's not going to buy her a ton of time, as with the mirror, you can just walk straight through those walls. Is not an issue for her.
To buy enough time for the other ciphers to start getting work on.
Yep. And,
So
you know...
She's just waiting for her mirror.
Yeah, there are 2... There's 1 cipher left, but I'm pretty sure it's not primed. Oh, wait, it is pretty much almost primed.
Ooh.
But is it going to be popped?
Oh.
It is!
Oh my god.
Yeah, that last cipher did get popped, so it's the last chase onto the entomologist, but she is switching targets by teleporting out to the back gate. There's a Cowboy and a barmaid here, but neither of them have been shared just yet.
Oh, going back. That's actually understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mirror.
Oh, she did lasso over.
Damn.
It gives you a full iframe too, so you can't be hit in that animation. It doesn't put him in a very good spot though, because there's not a lot of places you can go after you get to this point. It's looking like a 1K.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like I said, Bloody Queen's, when they were running her through the hospital, there aren't a lot of places you can place that mirror for her to get a good position on you at. So if you try to like Bloody Queen into a hospital, like in the center of hospital, it's very, very difficult for you to get hits off.
I tell you, like, Cowboys can be crazy. Like, that lasso.
Mm-hmm. That rescue, like, made it from being like a probably a dry to like a draw to like a 3-person escape. So
Yeah,
really well
but
done on the
Mary
Cowboys part.
Mary was doing amazing with her hits. Like, holy crap. Her mirror was spot on.
Yeah, those mirrors were really good too. It's just like, unfortunately, when you get into the hospital, it's so cluttered and like so up and downy that it's so hard to get those mirrors accurate. And if you kind of have
If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't because they went inside hospital, I think she probably would have taken her down.
Yep. And you know, that's AFK versus SZ. Pretty
Yeah.
soon we'll be moving on to the final game of the day. The final match is AFK versus Team E, which is Ireland's team. Let me see if I can message them to get the match ready. But we'll be taking a short 10-minute break while I get the next teams ready. And then, yeah, we'll reconvene in 10 minutes. We'll see you in a bit, everyone.
Yay.
There's a quick changing with the scheduling where Dream Bubbles is going to hunt first and AFK is going to survive first. So we're just going to get one pick from them. Can you tell them to look at chat really quick? Ireland, if you're in chat, we need one map pick and one survivor band from your side, and then we'll be all set to go. Make sure you're checking the in-game chat, because that's where I've been typing it in the whole time. Yes, and please get your team, if you're on the hunting team, go to team 2, or if you're team E, Dream Bubbles needs to be in chat too, and Bunnycorn's team is in chat 1. Okay, once we get this one going, are you there, Ireland? We need one map pick and then one survivor band, if you did not hear that. You know, I'm surprised we didn't get more big map picks for the tournament so far. When I was a baby hunter, the bigger maps were my favorite ones. I'm here. Yeah, do you have a map pick and a survivor band?
I think it's mostly just like it's a good old classic.
Yeah. Then again, I was a breaking wheel man. Sorry if you hear eating sounds, but I'm so hungry. I've had a small bowl of popcorn and then like some water and then an egg since this morning. So when I woke up till now, I haven't eaten yet and I'm starving. Hey Mal, how's it going? All right. So, do we get anything in the room? No, I still haven't gotten a response yet. Can you message them really quick, or I just need to?
Let me see. For the bands, right?
Yeah, I just need one a map pick and then a survivor band from the hunter side.
Okay, I'm asking them. What are the bands?
Yep, I asked like 3 times, so
yeah, no worries. No
time to
worries.
resort to DMs.
Yep.
This is the last match for day 1, you guys. And day 2, we'll be having a late start since Team C has been disqualified. We're going to be going with the last 3 teams that are going to be going. Team A is going to go 2 more times. Actually, all the teams are going 2 more times except for Team B. Team B is done. They played all their games today somehow. And then
right, Hospital and Priestess.
Hospital and Priestess band. Okay, let me type that in chat really quick. Hospital map Priestess band. Okay, we're good to go. Ready when ready. Curious as to who the hunter is going to be. I've known Ireland to be in my chat from time to time, but I don't think I've ever seen him hunt. So I'm really curious as to how this is going to be.
They're actually pretty solid hunters.
That's great. We love solid hunters.
I mean, you can even see their profile picture, who it is.
That's coordinator.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What are you talking about?
No, you're right. I don't know why I thought it was someone else. Never mind.
Who could that be?
I don't know why I thought it was Mary. Okay.
Could that be Mary?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, it is coordinator. Yeah, it is coordinator. I don't know why I thought that. Let's see. We just need Bunna to be ready, and they'll be ready. Yeah.
It's okay. They're probably like getting something ready, but it's okay. We put a lot of extra. There we go. We were spacing out the extra time. That's perfect. Starting at 7:10. But you know, as long as we finish before 8:30, I think we're good.
I'm pretty sure we will.
Mm-hmm. I'll wait 1 second before I hop into the game channel. That way the hunter gets that anonymity buff.
The anonymity. Yeah.
No.
I don't know. That
And yes. As you can see,
English is your language, not mine.
it's English. It is English, I promise you. All right.
My first language is Spanish. I don't know how to say.
Whoa, that's pretty impressive. I need a Spanish mod. Anyways, we got Boy in Red. I've seen them in chat actually. So Ireland's the hunter, playing Bloody Queen into a dancer, aeroplanist, lawyer, and cowboy. That cowboy, they saw it work last game, and now they're doing it again. This guy again.
Yo.
Cowboy is the real menace.
Dude,
I didn't even hear the sound, but you know what? Of the hoop in my, I could hear it in my head. I think the Bloody Queen managed. If you can manage to see them on time and hit them out, Cowboy becomes a little moot. But no, if you're
it's
a good,
all about timing.
Yep, if you're a really good cowboy, you can steer clear of those hits.
Oh, 100%. Well, and here we go. Ooh, I love that skin.
The once Bloody Queen skin definitely should have been an S tier.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they sold
For
it
real,
for the price
right?
of an A. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
I'm glad. I'll take that anytime.
Your first chase is an aeroplanist. You know, not the best chase because aeroplanist is very difficult to catch, but he doesn't use his boost in time.
Ow.
Yeah, he does manage to use the boost, but it looks like the boosting went into random directions. Oh,
Oh, pallet hit.
I'm really surprised that one hit. It did not look like it was going to hit at first, but she swung at like the perfect moment around the corner to get that.
Yeah. Good thing basement is not there, so that takes to their advantage on the survivors. But that was a very well hit by Mary.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, she knows too.
not gonna be work. Yeah.
It's very easy to
not
tell
only-
because the big dancing boxes are kind of protruding through the wall. Hey, I'm over here.
That's true. That is true. But thanks to that, now like they're behind. They're decoding. Oh, and here comes Cowboy.
But unfortunately, Airplanes is going to second chair already. Cowboy did come, but he was coming from across the map. Last time when they had a barmaid, she did have tied, so who knows this? I think only the Cowboy has tied right now, and maybe Aeroplanes has tied as well, but he does get the rescue off. It's looking like they're at 4 ciphers though, so it's not enough progress. Yeah.
Lana and Licari are working very well together. Ooh,
Oh.
nice.
That was
Ooh,
ooh.
go ahead.
Yeah, the little rocket takeoff pushed the Cowboy back
Yeah.
into take him instead.
Bon is running. Nice moving. Nice movement with the jetpack now. Let's go.
Oh, she's kiting
Man,
in
he's
the
just going after
slow.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
Blake. Ooh, nice rocket.
Really good timing too, and with the dancer's music boxes. Oh, she might have to take a body block if she can. Nice, that was a really good body block on dancer's part. And you know she could opt to. Oh, yeah, she could have opted to
That-
finish him off, but he didn't.
No, like the hunter is thinking very well in this case. Like she's very good because like she knows she has one on that chair, so might as well have another one chair. Plus, there are 4 ciphers left still.
Right. She's in a really good position right now. There's one person who's coming in. It looks like a lawyer. Who's
I
good.
love that skin.
I'm kind of concerned. Like sometimes the hat might be in the way. Like, what if the hat just kind of
Like,
peeks out from the side? Yeah. Funny hat
Yeah.
things. At this point, all the survivors are hurt right now. Oh, actually, they just healed up Aeroplane who's on last chair. These slow boxes are not going to help very much against a Bloody Queen. And there's a down on the lawyer. Oh, but as you can see, I think she saw Cowboy on her mirror. That there's one of those silly cowboys hanging around the corner with
Yeah.
the little rope. And he's gonna, if she's not careful, she could get roped out from here. The chair is relatively close, but can she make it in time? She does!
Oh, she does. Damn.
Yeah, that's a...
Alright.
Cowboy's gonna be down
So
a little
one
bit on rope.
dead. Ooh,
Oh! A double down
That
on
was-
Cowboy.
that mirror and a chair is right there. Yeah, no. You're gonna get a second chair on that one. Okay.
Yeah. So, both Lawyer... Oh, wait, no. I think it's just... Aeroplanist is on Death Chair and Cowboy is on... This is a second chair as well, so...
Airplane is, yeah, focusing on decoding. You know, doing very well there. Female dancer is just waiting. Nice. Alright. Oh, she's going for it. She's going for it.
She knows.
Oh.
The play didn't go off, but... You know, she just needs the little hit to get her the burst of move speed to catch up. Her mirror was a little bit off, wasn't able to catch Cowboy, so she changes onto a dancer. Oh, but she flywheels! A dancer in this area, if you're not crushing those boxes, she's dancing. She's gonna be dancing for days.
She's a menace.
The dance of doom.
And they're healing.
Yeah, the survivors are taking their time with this, and although their progress isn't looking good right now for how long this game has been going on, accelerated decoding probably has started by now, and 2 people are dead on chair.
Pressure.
Yeah, 2 people are dead on chair, but it's not the one she's going after right now. She really has to start thinning out their numbers quickly, or else this the 3v4 aspect of this game is really going to start piling up on her. It sounds like... Yeah, it sounds like this cipher and then the one that was by Dancer were almost complete. So they really have to be careful that they don't let him pop more than more than these 2 ciphers here. So that means one of them will be primed.
With this, officially 3 people are on that chair technically now.
Yep.
That. Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh, and damn.
that was a
very good
crazy hit. Yeah, across the map.
See what I tell you? Like they're crazy hunters. Like they're very good.
Right, like a Bloody Queen is really good at camping from across the map, and if you can get those hits off, she's a very, very strong hunter. The thing is that you can see them coming from pretty far away. Oh, he misses the rope, so he's probably gonna go down here.
Oh, hit the tree.
And he opts to use a mirror for
He's
this.
gonna go there.
Yeah,
Nice mirror.
that is it
I
for
was doing a
Cowboy.
great job playing around the trees. Not gonna lie, that was very solid.
Yeah, even if the tree is like thinner than your body, it still has a hitbox.
Yeah.
Use it to body block.
So, pop it. They just pop it.
That's what I was warning about. It was 3 ciphers,
Still-
like not a second ago, but you can hear all the ciphers were pretty much primed.
Yeah, they were very close to being 99, all of them. I mean, they can either get a tie or a win if they play it well, or it can go very, very wrong. Ooh, teleport.
On to the Aeroplanist, who had a Merc glove, but I don't think that's enough to get you away from Bloody Queen. You kind of need something like a pocket watch or something specific to get you out of that. You know what? This might be more than a 4K, because that other door hasn't been touched yet.
Oh, that is true.
So
that's another dead. Oh wait, the other
Insta dead.
Touched now.
Yeah.
Yeah, only one not instant dead is technically female dancer.
That's true. And I think she knows sort of where Lawyer is. She's going to try to mirror the door, but Lawyer already knew. He
Yeah.
predicted it. And you know, when...
Oh,
but she got a sight of him. A very little...
Or not?
Maybe not.
No, maybe not. Okay, no, she didn't.
Yeah, the dancer's headed back to the door. She does have a music box to go with still. Oh, she's got crows.
No.
But the door was open!
The door's open.
The Aeroplanist was like a little bit off from opening the door. It was very, very close. And Dancer does manage to find her way out. Oh, she's got
She
teleport.
doesn't know where Lawyer is. Now she's gonna try to see back. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah,
She's trying to use her mirror.
Mirror is far, but not that far.
No,
probably towards
yeah.
Shack. And the
No,
door...
door is open by then.
It was close.
Ew. That was a tough match. Both teams did amazing. Like, holy.
Okay. Back to the casting station. Yeah, that was a really close match. I do want to remind you guys that do not emote or do not spray in game. It is against the tournament rules, so I will be issuing a warning if I do see it again. That time you were already out the door. I don't think the Bloody Queen could see you, but we could clearly see it on stream. So please do not do that. Otherwise, I will be forced to disqualify your team. Yeah? Great. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, that was game 1 of AFK versus Team Dream Bubbles. And we'll get on to the second match right away. Hopefully their survivor is here. If not, hopefully they have a sub.
Let me check with them real quick.
I need to get better at like writing down the rankings, but what I'm probably gonna do is like just like look back through the VODs and then calculate the points at the end of the stream today.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't have
no
time to
worries.
calculate everything unless I have a mod do it for me really quick.
No worries. Oh, let me check the. Okay.
All right, so for
I'm checking with them right now, see if they have a backup, because they said that they have their survivor hasn't returned.
are they still not here?
They're like their one teammate is missing. Yeah. Let me double check with them.
If they have someone who's low enough rank for a sub or someone who can dual faction, that's also a possibility. But oh wait.
I'm telling them.
Sorry, I completely invited the wrong person. My bad.
Oh.
What was I doing? I was like, wait a second. That's not right.
They're checking. It says that you can just give them a second.
Okay. I will invite the 2 team captains to be on the team so that they can just get their teams ready. It's going to be Bunnicorn's team is going to be hunting. So it's same rules, 1 hunter or 1 survivor band and then 1 map pick from the hunter side. So after we get that going, we'll be good. What is Fong doing here? Fong is the captain. I don't know who to invite at that point.
Well, once they're here, they can pretty much invite the rest of their team.
Faux share.
Let's see. Fang says, "Add me again."
Do you want me to add Fong? I can do that.
Well, that's what they said on the chat. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
If they want to move into the spectator position just to invite the rest of their team, we can do that too.
Yeah, they're in a spectator position. Yeah, they're already here on spectator, so they can they're gonna invite their team there.
Okay. Yeah, he's in the survivor spot for me. Oh, there we go. No, okay, he moved. Maybe it's just a little laggy on my end, but we're good. Let me ask Foshier. Let me send him a note. Sorry. My bad. My bad, Team SZ.
So, quick question, Hikaru, can the hunter be a survivor too? The one like Lando was a hunter last match. Can they fill up a survivor? Is that all right?
That is perfectly okay.
That's all right. Okay. That's okay.
Usually they send up as dual faction, but if you need a fill, we'll take it. I'm pretty sure the rank isn't too. The rank disparity isn't that much either. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'm telling them. They said okay. All right. Yeah, they joined there. Perfect.
1 survivor ban plus a map pick. Let's see who we get. Put the music back on.
Oh. The music?
Yeah, cut down to a little bit.
Damn, it was just silent.
I forgot about the soundboard.
I freaking love it. No, they're okay. Let's see.
Let me message Bunnicorn to see if Oh, I can hop in there to ask them what it
If
is.
that works, go ahead.
Oh, nope, they responded. Ever sleeping? Okay.
Ever sleeping? Really? Huh.
You know, I was a wheel main, and I love the bigger
You
maps,
were?
so
You're still a wheelman. What do you mean?
I kinda am. I don't know. I don't really play him in the upper ranks just because he's you'll get bullied. You will, if they're good at
Is it
kiting
that
wheel.
bad?
The thing is, like, there's not a lot of wheel mains anymore ever since they invented flywheel, and
Oh, that's true.
now you just kind of like everyone has flywheel now, so it's just
You
they
know
they
what you
bully the
should
heck out of
do?
you.
You should play a Mad Eyes. You should be a pro Mad Eyes.
You know, I've seen a lot of Mad Eyes lately. Maybe I'll get into them, like, because I tried them on PC. I used the console as a survivor, but it might be different for a hunter. So I do want to try them out, but not unless
I
I
mean,
get
I
a
see
good skin
some
for it.
crazy Mad Eyes, like, but it's kind of like Dream Witch, where you need practice to like move up fast on everything.
Right.
Um,
To like switch between things.
Alright,
Everyone's got
okay,
their own
great.
spacing.
More like you have to get used to, like, whenever you're using the console and you're looking everything from the top, you have to get used to like reacting fast to that and where everything is.
Right. All right, we're switching to the game scene now. Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
let's
we'll give it
go.
a little bit of a second because they're still picking their hunters and survivors right now.
Okay.
Yep, that's Team AFK versus Team Dream Bubbles. Let me pause the music really quick.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't really know a lot about this hunter. They used to. It looks like they subbed out their hunter for someone else. So it's gonna be their first time hunting today. Unfortunately, we did have to switch
Okay.
around the hunter and surviving order for this first one so they could find a sub for their survivor. Looks like we found one. We're in a good space.
Yeah, we are.
And it looks like it's going to be the undead. Undead on Eversleeping. This is one of his better maps, I think. He's also one of those guys who likes like large spaces.
Yeah. Like open maps like this, like there's certain areas where you can kite him very well in this map, but yeah, it just depends.
Yeah, it's like oddly enough in the middle sections too.
Yeah, no, for example, it depends. For example, you see very good spots to kite him. You see where Luca is? That's like that little cabin there.
Hmm.
That is a great spot for characters like him or like Nightmare to kite those two. That's a nice skin. What is that skin? I don't.
I've never seen this one either, but it looks quite good.
Yeah. He actually looks more zombie-like Frankenstein. Oh, he's going at it.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna find a prisoner right off the bat, and he's going.
Oh damn!
Yeah, he's just kind of swinging, and as undeads do, and he's
Ooh.
wasting no time going after him. Oh no!
Damn,
Look at the
tear
tear shock. Yeah, it was gonna hit no matter what. But as you know, with undead, it's very difficult for you to keep them down and like keep track of your survivors unless you intend to camp them out. Because not only do they crawl like
Yeah.
super fast, but you can't share them. So when they pick themselves up, they could be literally anywhere.
Ooh, going for the next victim.
Yep, it looks like it's a who is that coordinator?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's coordinator, yeah.
It looks like he's hanging around just close enough to prisoner to keep an eye on him. So it's kind of like he's camping and he's pressuring two ciphers at the same time.
Yeah, he's just camping and getting the two sides.
Right.
Oh, missed that hit.
Plus with
Oh, damn.
yeah, with the static charge thing that undeads have, he's immune to the little enchantress stunts while he's swinging. Same with the survivor.
Oh,
They do get the tide
no.
off, but unfortunately it's not good enough. Oh, he's good, dude. He's like hopping over walls and stuff. Yeah, I mean that's a really good move on his part. And with that, prisoner is on his last chair and well, last hit, I guess. And treasure's on her first. Neither of the other two have been hit, but they do take a small decoding debuff. a lot of the conventional like bully survivors that are normally pretty good at dealing with these characters, like Undead, they're actually not as good because the stuns don't work on him.
Yeah, as a main enchantress, I hate it.
It looks like she tried to drop the pallet on him, but as I mentioned before, he's immune to all stuns when he puts his attack in motion.
Whoop, he's going for it, and he gets down.
That's the third down on Prisoner.
Damn, he has very well map awareness.
I think actually it's just been like he managed to find Prisoner. I don't think he was looking for him at first. He just dashed past the coordinator.
I think he was just like searching around, whatever. Like he knew a little bit of the spawn points, so.
Yeah, because the thing is, for Undead, if you down someone and they pick themselves back up, you can actually have them revealed for a small bit of time. She went back to drop that pallet, but yeah, like I mentioned before, you can't drop pallets on a charged up Undead. He's just gonna avoid the stun completely. Was that a peeper? Wait, what was that?
Yeah, was that a peeper? What was that?
No, he doesn't have peepers. He's got excitement.
No.
Excitement on Undead too. An interesting combination. I didn't think you would need it because he's kind of like already got it built up, and he gets a dash hit. Damn. That was really, really odd. Like the hitbox on that dash hit is actually so incredibly wide, and it looks like he's gonna try to camp out the down survivors. Although they can stay on the ground for quite a long time. It's half the normal timer, is what Black Phoenix told us, but it's still longer than a regular chair. Ooh.
Whoa! Oh, stand up. Oh, are they gonna be able to? Ooh, that was a whip.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You got baited by the pallet though, unfortunately, and that's second chair on coordinator. They still got 3 ciphers to go. Let's see if I can take a round. I'll look around to see if the ciphers have any progress. It doesn't look like it.
Going at it. Okay, okay. Survivor. Okay. Ooh, nice run. Ooh, they have to check behind you. Oh no.
Yeah, that's gonna be Acrobat's first down though, so he's still in a pretty good position. And as you can see, the Enchantress has she put the blessing on one of the survivors. I don't know which one, but she's got 4 stacks, which she can use.
Besides being a good hunter, like people are not, especially in lone ranks, they're not used to going against Undead. That's the main reason why a lot of people are so well on kiting him.
Oh,
excitement.
There's the excitement coming in. Yeah, he hasn't used the trait the whole time, but honestly, like I don't know if he needs it if he's already immune to stun from his swings.
I think it's not necessary. Yeah.
But it seemed to work out in this situation. It would have been a little bit of a harder chase if he didn't have it.
I feel the main reason was because, well, there was an enchantress, there was a coordinator, and a prisoner. Like, all of them had stuns.
They're all trying to crawl away. And this is kind of what you have to do if you're against an undead. If you got multiple people down, just crawl to the opposite sides of the map. Right. Because look at how long they're still living. Ooh, nice dodge.
Nice. That was very well done.
There's the gun. That gun buys so much time, yeah. All the way to around the corner twice. But what you want to do against undead?
Oh my! Wait, what?
Dude, these jump hits, they're kind of. He's kind of sick with it.
No, but like, how did that hit? Like, what? Like, is it like a 360 area damage?
There's a little bit of an AOE when he lands with a jump hit. It's not that big, but he can jump over small obstacles like that.
Well, I mean, I know about the jumping, but like, technically, she was on his right side, and she still got hit.
And that's kind of how you have to deal with undead, like what that enchantress is doing right there. Maybe at a little slightly different location. Oh, he's on the hatch, and this is why undead is very difficult to get 4Ks on. Because as soon as that person goes down, you're gonna be able to get the hatch out. And that's a 3K on his part. A really good hunt. Yeah. A very good showing on his part still.
I mean, both teams did pretty good.
That's true. Both teams did really well there. And so we're going to move it into round 2. And as you all know, that means there's 1 hunter band, 2 survivor bands, and the map pick goes to the survivor side. So I will get the invites going out for that right away. Let me grab... Let's hop into the spectators zone really quickly. And I will grab the 2 team leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we'll calculate all the points at the end of the day, and I will post them in the Discord in the tournament section to let you guys know who is ahead. But once again, don't pay too much attention to it. There's 6 games going on tomorrow, and Team B has played all their games today. So it will just be teams A, D, and E playing their playing 2 rounds each, and yeah. Okay, Lacard is still here, actually. Ireland is the hunter once again. Let me get that map pick from survivors. And then we need 1 survivor band from the hunter. I need them to look at the in-game chat for a little bit so that I can get this rolling. Naval area selection. Okay, we are set up. Now we just need the responses from the teams, and then we'll be good.
Let's go. Bless you. All right, we're
Okay.
what else are they supposed to just get ready? I think.
No, we need we need 1 hunter band, and then we need the map pick from the survivors. Round 2, hunter gets hunter band too. Yep, survivors get to ban 1 hunter, and they get to pick the map, and a hunter gets 2 bands. Ban is on Bloody Queen, and they picked Ever Sleeping. And then there's 1 more survivor band. So currently there's 1 ban on Priestess. And then the second ban is on Seer. Let me get this set up. Okay. And now we are all set. So Ireland showed a pretty good Bloody Queen gameplay during the last match, or his first match that he played. Yeah, those mirrors were really, really accurate on his side. So with Bloody
the long distance ones, damn.
Right, and with Bloody Queen gone, I wonder who's going to pick next. It was still a tie in the end, so technically the other team is up by 1 point. Oh, sorry, I gotta redo those calculations in my head. I'm mixing myself up so many times.
No, don't worry. I'm pretty sure everybody understands.
Yeah. All right. Looks like all the teams are ready. We are going to head into the pick and banning for the hunters and survivors. See what they do. Sorry, I'm probably like see me eating in between scenes just so I can get a little bit of food in me to keep shoutcasting.
Sharing.
It's very old pizza. This pizza's like 2 weeks old.
Dude, was it in the fridge?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's fine then. I mean, it's if anything, it has extra protein, right? It's fine.
Extra? Where's the extra coming from?
The mold.
What the heck? Don't be gross.
No, but like you should not be eating a 2-week pizza.
It tastes pretty good.
I mean,
still.
a 1-week pizza, I still. Oh, if it's still good, yeah, I suppose.
It was in a Ziploc bag, so it's okay.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. See, okay, you got it. Okay, Ziploc bag. Okay, I'll still. Okay, I get that.
All right, it's going to be a Naiad Hunter on Eversleeping, and the team on the other side looks kind of spooky. This is the Naiad is okay on this map. I will say she's pretty decent on most maps, but it's just this might just be my personal opinion, but it feels like unless you know these hunters really, really well, it's very difficult for you to get a 4K on them.
Yeah, you need to know the hunters by heart, or if the hunter like let's say he goes against a very good kiter, and they keep being persistent and don't change targets. That's another way to get a 4K.
Right. The great thing about Naiad though is she can cut off these really difficult to get around spots with her water, making it hard to do the same loop over and over and over again.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, pallet.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't bring out your spear in a lot of these situations, mostly because it's just not going to, you're not going to be able to hit anything. You're better off just chasing him regularly. She looks like she lost him when she turned the corner right there.
Whoop, he found him again.
Yep. That's good too, because the Cypher progress is already quite far. They're in position for a really quick Cypher rush right now. Even though the composer's not decoding, the three other ones, Cheerleader is actually supporting a little bit. Ooh! He made the fake blink sound, yeah. Did you hear that? I've seen some hunters do it before, but I can never make that work. Just to spook them a little bit. You just gotta hold the button. Oh, it was just a little bit short. That was almost a terror shock too. But you know, he's looping the same. Yep, he closed the circle off and give him 40 humidity. You might be able to down him with water here. Or you might not have to. He's about to get a hit. With a regular hit.
There we go.
And once Naiad gets that first presence, oh, forwards also. He's turning around to see him toward the corner. No, he got him on the chair in time. Oh my goodness.
Damn, holy crap, that...
He didn't get the rescue off! You forgot the rescue! No. He's still on the chair! No way!
Yo,
oh, that was a really good hit. I know. That stun was insane.
I would feel so panicked as a hunter, but that was still like she hurry up to like share the other person, which was very good.
Yeah, that was a really good hit though. He used up the last of his football there.
I just saw like freaking forward running like freaking Sonic around. That was actually pretty fun.
Right. I saw him get the hit off, but yeah, usually you want to free them if they're stunned for like a good 6 seconds off that thing. She has full presence. Ooh, Composer might go down to water though. If she just hits him with that spear, you might still be able to get him without actually having to waste your time with hit recoil. Oh, but it's not closed off perfectly. Ah, but he does go down to water. He was at
smart way.
Yeah, like 90%, 95, I think.
No, but like but still like freaking Composer was doing a great Kai
right. Down. He did a good job avoiding the water. And if you heard, that Cypher is almost complete by a forward, and she's right next to it as well. So they're probably going to try to send a psychologist in to double rescue this. Yeah, if she's able to get a double hit here, it might be good, but with that Cypher primed, it's going to be really difficult. She might have to try to flood it out first. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that probably have... Do they have it, like, prime?
Probably. But they didn't pop it.
No.
Uh-oh.
They're waiting until someone goes down. Oh!
Uh-oh, but forward, it was the one who was supposed to pop it, but he's not currently by that Cypher. Oh. So no one's able to pop the Cypher right now, giving her another free share.
Oh. Damn, that was actually smart, not going after them and knowing where the Cypher was, like, ready.
That, forward should not have let that Cypher, or he should have popped it by the time she came in, but now there's 3 people there. I'll pop the Cypher. Yeah.
I
And
feel the main reason is because like they wanted to pop it until like someone actually went down, which is understandable actually.
I mean, someone got hit, which is usually what you pop it at. So it was kind of questionable,
Oh.
but you live and you learn.
Going for that cheerleader.
Yep, you gotta hit it with the water, and remember, detention to hits only apply to your basic hits. If you hit someone with water damage, it's not going to down them. Oh, and now that she's out of the form, cheerleader can zoom on out of there. Oh,
Ooh, terror shock.
that was almost a blink predict. I think she knew it was coming, but she didn't react in time.
But thanks to her buying time, the whole team was able to survive.
Mm-hmm. And even though this map is larger than most maps, the distance between the two doors is actually pretty close compared to most maps. All in all, a pretty intense game. All right,
Yeah.
and with that, we move on to the last set of the day. It's going to be the same matchup, and the roles are just reversed. So let me get this match set up really quick. Oh, you also got the skin.
Yeah, I told you I like that skin.
Let me get these invites out here. Ireland and Team T captains are going to invite everyone, and then we'll get our bans and picks going. Everyone's telling me not to eat this pizza, but it tastes fine. Where? How do you know if there's... You know, I don't even really like this flavor, but I really like bacon.
Dude, bacon.
It slaps.
You know what? After this, I'm just gonna cook. Yeah, it does slaps. Tell a random fact about bacon.
It's pig meat. That's a random fact.
The only fact I know is that actually people used to hate bacon.
Did they? Why?
In the 50s ish, before that, like everybody was like onto not a lot of fatty meat, and
Oh.
in New York there was this butchery that wanted to sell like the bacon meat, but nobody bought it, and they got together with this burger place, and they made a commercial making it look super juicy, and everybody started loving it.
That's
and now
great.
we got super fat bacon, and I'm glad for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have you gone to those Korean barbecues with those
I
thick
have.
slices of bacon?
Oh,
Dude,
you're gonna
it's
make
so
everyone
good.
hungry.
All right. So do we have? Okay, we got.
We're still
Hunter
missing two
ready.
people. Yeah.
Let me talk to them. Give me a second.
It is the last match of the day, so we need Oh, I need to invite Feng, I guess. I forgot Feng was the actual. Well, technically they're the coach.
They're
Quote
fine.
unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we can't let the coach be in the chat channels for too long. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they could be secretly feeding information. I trust Feng, but
Okay, they're here. They're here.
There we
Cool,
go.
solid.
Nice. Okay. Let me get the bands and picks going.
You know what? I'm going for some Korean barbecue tomorrow.
Lucky. One.
Don't worry. I'll DM you the picture so you can get hungry and jealous. I'm kidding. You should go to Korean barbecue too.
I would love to.
Let's go.
It's okay. I trust you, Foam. Don't worry about it.
I want sushi. Cell says.
Yo, I had that yesterday, but it was like store sushi.
Hey, store sushi is still solid, you know? I mean, well, it depends which store, you know.
Hmm.
Wait, someone left?
Hmm? Did we lose someone?
There-
Oh, Ireland
it's
just moved up.
Oh,
They just moved
okay.
up.
Lando for some. Oh, okay. There we go.
I need one survivor. Or I need one map pick from the survivor side. Composer for a band. Okay, so composer's band. And then we need one hunter band. plus 1 Mac pick. They need to look at chat more
sorry.
often.
They were talking about food, and then we're all making them hungry. Good. I'll send pictures on the Discord so you guys can see it, and so you have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, the all you can eat ones.
I'm not sure whether they've seen it or not, or like.
Let me check.
Should I poke them?
Let me. Are you talking about the hunter or the survivors?
I need the survivors to respond.
Let me check. Yeah, let me DM them.
Oh, they're discussing things. Got it.
Oh, they're discussing it. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Because that
Alright,
that Percy was pretty devastating last round, but you know that might
yeah,
not have been
dude,
their main
Percy
hunting.
was crazy. Not gonna lie.
Despite how hard he hunted, because he hunted hard, but there was still one person
Yeah.
that got away in the end.
I mean, it was a solid hunt.
Mm-hmm. This is the last match of the day, you guys, so strap in. If you need to refill your water, use the bathroom, you got time.
This is the time.
Mm-hmm. And if you're wondering about tomorrow's matchup, Team Identity VTubers is going to be back for the later half of the day for the last 2 games. And then Ireland's team is going to be back for 2 games. And then the SZ team will be back for 2 games as well. And just as a heads up, it will be starting at 4:30 since we don't have Team C with us. Just all the teams are going to zero out their points. So, or what would have been their points.
Yeah. They're discussing it, I suppose. Yeah, alright. Last match of the day, damn. I mean, all the matches have been pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
Yeah. They're doing their best. And I wish I could give out participation awards, but I cannot at this moment because I do not have the money.
No, don't worry. I get it.
We should probably limit the time for discussion.
Yeah. They're saying, you too, Hikaru, you're doing great. This tournament has been awesome, and you did a great job handling the whole team dropping out. It was still a ton of fun. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh,
Man.
thanks, you guys. Now, do we have that map pick in the Hunter band? Maybe 5 minutes max? I feel like 5 minutes is quite long.
What, like the timing for picking?
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 minutes, 4 minutes?
Maybe, yeah. Let's see what they got though. And I mean, like that the undead from last game, like you know, undead is kind of one of those niche picks that you either know how to play him or you don't. Because I tried him one time and the energy cues, the dashing and the hitting, it's very unfamiliar to me. Not chairing someone, he's the only hunter who doesn't chair, so it's very like he's a very you play him or you don't kind of hunter. Right.
No, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Do you guys have that pick? Hikaru's hiding? Yeah, I had to reset my face really quick. It does freeze up from time to time. But I am back and yeah, it does. It's just my phone overheats, so
Oh, you use your phone.
Mhm.
Okay, I got you.
So we are going to Sacred
Sacred Hospital. All right, I like that map. It's a good old classic.
Let me turn on the area selection as well. We haven't needed one restart today. I'm pretty impressed. That's good job, everybody. We're ready. Ready for the big leagues. And it's a Percy ban. Okay. And I think the only ban was for Composer. Yeah.
Ready?
Typically, like the draft mode and how tournaments work is that like you go, then I go, then you go, then I go, then I go. Then I think in Koa it's like you pick and then you ban, and then I go, and then you pick and then I ban. It's something like that. Like it's a little bit more complex, but we simplified it down just for the beginners bracket. When we go do the other games, there are going to be Koa rules, so it'll be a lot more easier then. All right, Antiquarian ban. Got it.
Antiquarian got banned? Damn.
Yep, she is a menace to society. Those stick hits, ooh, good luck.
They hurt. They definitely hurt. Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for one more person ready up. Okay, we're good to go. Let's get this started. I'm kind of curious who's going to play if it's not undead, because the playstyle is going to change drastically. And it's the same map, too. Well, no, it's a different map, but like it's the same map that they had last time, against that Bloody Queen. So, you know, the map does matter a lot for which hunter you're picking, and so let's see who they're going to pick. What was the team name? Team 1, the team that's currently surviving right now is Team Dream Bubbles, and the team that is hunting is currently Team AFK. It mixed me up a little bit because the hunter changed halfway through, but that's perfectly within the rules of the tournament, and we will be changing to the game scene in just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Me playing photo in all maps anyways. I love that for you. Alright. Photo is like another one of those like you play him where you don't characters though. He's very unique as a hunter. Like out of all the hunters, like Clerk is very unique, Photo is very unique. Yeah, like Mad Eyes is pretty unique. Photo is love, is life. Let's see where the hunter goes. Judging from these starting positions, Priestess has one of the strongest positions in the game. I think another Priestess that was there earlier did manage to figure out the portal locations from the back of hospital to the front of hospital. I saw a little bit hint of that portal, and you know, I think a lot of survivors, especially newer survivors, should learn this, but you only need to know 1 or 2 tricks to help you win a game. And this trick, the little portal to the front of hospital right under through that pallet, like that can win you a game. Because you
get a lot of space.
Right, you get a lot of space plus an entire free pallet stun on the hunter. So, like, you don't have to be super great at kiting if you know these little, like, wonky tricks. And it's the same that goes with Toy Merchant and characters like that can really help you win a game without having to kite at all. And it's the Edward Scissorhands skin. I love this skin. It looks so good.
It does. I'm sad I was not there when those skins came out, in all honesty. I wish I had them.
Yeah. Looks like the first chase is a journalist. Is not the greatest first chase. And, a Toy Merchant set up a catapult. Unfortunately gets caught out. Yeah, it was kind of out there really early. He kind of did it right in front of his face. He's doing a kiting angle, and you'll see a lot of journalists do this where you can use you use them to like body block a hit, but unfortunately it was not able to block the hit, and she walks back into the pallet. It was not quick enough for her to drop the pallet on him.
Yeah. I think it had the right idea. It's just that they use their ability too soon because the little paper boy runs faster.
That's true. He does find the priestess here. Oh, gets another wind hit on the priestess. I'm not sure.
And,
Uses.
And, he has the fast buff.
Yep. When he gets that wind on, he's really, really quick, and he's able to scuff that rescue. This Jack really knows what he's doing. A really great performance from Foch here. And now with 2 people on the chair, they're definitely going to have to send in some to rescue. It's still 4 ciphers at this point, so the survivors are kind of behind at this point, but it should be okay. Psychologist is able to take 3 hits, but if she rescues Priestess, she might not be able to get Journalist in time. In fact, I don't think she's going to be able to get Journalist in time at all.
They won't.
Oh, but Priestess also goes to second chair. If she just went and like beelined it to Priestess, she might have been able to get in time. Oh, you gotta look behind you.
Oh, didn't look behind.
It's unfortunate, but he's really great if you can land those like across the map snipes. But if, if you turn and look towards it, it's gonna be it's kind of difficult. But the good part is that Psychologist got down with a little bit of stress. So if she manages to pick herself up, she has another entire free hit on her. That little green bar is going to keep her alive for longer than you think.
Oh. No, she got picked up.
Yeah. But at this point, it's probably better just to let her die and then maybe go for one more hatch play towards the end here.
Yeah, the best idea is get the hatch.
Yeah, at this
The
point...
only problem is the hatch was there, I think?
I think so. But you're a toy merchant. Like, toy merchant can just glide her way through it.
Oh, that's true. How many catapults did they get? Like 2?
Yeah, they get 2 catapults, but it looks like she still has one to use. Oh, he's got a little bit of tinnitus. I don't think he knows where she is at the moment. Oh, but he does know now.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh no!
Oh no! The lineup is not good. A little bit too close to the wall.
The execution, the idea was right. Wait, are they still able to?
She might still be able to make her way towards the hatch. She's definitely gonna take a hit here.
No.
Yeah, there's the hit. But can she get to the hatch in time? She might have to just offer a rescue. Oh, she sees the hatch. But Psychologist is dead. No, oh no, it's so close. It was actually
so close.
Actually super close to the hatch. Oh, you don't want to do that. I don't know what that was,
We
but
mentioned it very well. Like she was doing, she had the right idea what she wanted to do.
yeah. All right. Yeah.
Jesus.
Right. He was doing a really good job at hunting, and like I said, no emoting load, so that's a warning for both teams right there. Yeah. The snipes were really on point as well. Okay, and with that, that's the end of all day one's games. I believe Team Bunnicorn has finished all their games, so their final score at the end of today is going to be tallied at the end of the stream today, because I am not going to do that right now. So thank you guys so much for coming today. The tournament will continue tomorrow. The first games, once again, will be starting not until 4:30 p.m. Eastern. So keep that in mind, everyone. 4:30 p.m. is when the teams are going to start. And thank you guys so much for coming. If you're curious about my fellow co-caster right here, is Dalmas in chat. Let me give him a proper shout out as well.
Thank you.
And a big thank you to all my moderators who helped me ensure that the tournament goes smoothly, as well as to sit in the chat to make sure there's no funny business going on there. And I appreciate you all for coming out today to support your teams. If you like more of this stuff, please let me know what I can do better and improve on, and what you'd like to see more of next time. And when I host the tournament, once again, maybe I'll do this biannually, or maybe I'll do it annually. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep it in mind for then. So thank you guys all so much again for coming today, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone.